The Perry County Central Commodores taking on the Powell County Pirates. I'm Jeff Campbell, along with my broadcast partner tonight, Phil Neese. And Phil, if the second game tonight is anything like the first one, we and everybody listening, they're in for a treat.
If that's any indication, I think that the second game is going to be a 2-coffee game compared to a big coffee game of the first game. That was the equivalent with Wolf County going up against Knott County Central. That was like 2 heavyweight boxers fighting for the championship out. Each inning, the on-the-mound pitcher for each team basically got into a little bit of trouble, it seemed, every single inning, and punched their way out of it each and every time. 1-1 going into extra innings, and then finally with the call to load the bases, a young man named Chris Evans gets the winning hit in RBI to make a solid game for the Wolf County Wolves, and they're in the championship at 14th region, waiting on the winner of today.
And I will go ahead and tell you, folks, if you plan to come to the championship game tomorrow, get here early because Wolf County, they're hosting this thing. They had a great crowd, and you know, Knott County had a great crowd, and both these teams have a great crowd. They actually had to stop traffic from coming up the hill to let people leave this game. So if anybody's out there listening still trying to get in, it shouldn't be too very much longer.
And this is in no way a slight on the good people of Campton, Kentucky, but I guarantee it's safe to say the entire population of Campton, Kentucky might actually have attended that first game, and they'll be here for the championship for sure.
And from as far as we can tell, and if anybody out there knows any different, please correct us. But from our crack research team, this may be, I think it is, the first time that the Wolf County baseball team has ever advanced to the regional championship. I know that they've not won one at least in the last 27, 28 years. The folks in Campton doing a great job hosting this. Robert Scott Creech, all the folks up here on the hill, just a phenomenal job hosting this tournament. You know, a chance for the Wolves to play for a championship, Phil, like you said. They'll take on either Powell County or Perry County Central in a game that features 2 teams familiar with one another.
I do believe that Perry Central and Wolf County are no strangers to each other on the diamond. And they're bringing up some pitchers that have had some experience as well with, Connor Perkins on the mound for Perry Central and Lacey Dickens for the Powell County Pirates. So it's a naval battle.
Should be a dandy, folks. We'll send it back to the station for a first commercial break. When we come back, take a look at these 2 teams, how they got here, and get you set for the first pitch. So appreciate you tuning in right here on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Looking for expert dermatology care close to home? We're excited to Lori Howard to Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, a Hazard native with 12 years experience in medical dermatology. She brings top-notch skincare to our community. And we're also excited to welcome our newest provider, Madison Mobilini Patrick, providing aesthetics. Call today for an appointment, 606-439-1300. Primary Care Center, expert care close to home.
They are the electric motor headquarters, Maggard Electric, Southeast Kentucky's #1 to repair or replace your small electric motors. Maggard Electric is ESA approved. They can replace air compressor motors, swimming pool pumps, heating and cooling motors, motors for heat pumps, air conditioners, and so much more. Over 300 electric motors in stock, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Maggard Electric, still strong, still serving Southeast Kentucky. Located 6 miles north of Hazard on Highway 15. Open 7:30 till 4, Monday through Friday. 436-6886.
If your pipes are broke, your hot water's a joke, who you gonna call?
Hot Louie!
And your drains won't drain, driving you insane, who can you call?
Hot Louie!
Call 233-5936. Call 233-5936. You better call Todd.
What's in a name anyway? Well, our answer is everything. Because we're the store that puts our promise to you right in our name. Save-A-Lot Food Stores. Now, Save-A-Lot isn't just a name we pick for ourselves. It's a name we've earned by bringing you only the best grocery items, freshest produce, and quality meat available at the best possible value every day. That's Save-A-Lot.
Save money at your local Save-A-Lot store in Hazard and in Hayden.
Welcome back, folks, to Campton, Kentucky. Here's the Wolf County Sports Complex. Jeff Campbell and Phil Neese. the semifinal round of the 14th Regional Baseball Tournament, and game number 2, once again, will feature the Perry Central Commodores and the Powell County Pirates. And, we hinted before we went off the air for that first break that these two teams were very familiar with one another. They've met twice this season on April the 10th at Powell County. Powell County won that game by a score of 3-2. Lacey Dickin, the pitcher who will pitch tonight, got the win in that game. Mason Sumner took the loss, a very close game. Then on May the 8th, at Perry County Central wins 10-0. Kane Knox, the losing pitcher for Powell. Devin Gayhart, the winning pitcher for the Commodores. Gayhart pitched to Jim in their opening round win over Lesser Central. He's not able to pitch tonight, so the Commodores going with Connor Perkins.
But Devin Gayhart, on behalf of his team, when we talked to him at the end of that wonderful game, that victory for him against Letcher County, Devin said that he had all the confidence in the world that his team can beat them. They beat them once already. Absolutely going in here knowing that they can take it to the Pirates on this Campton field this evening. Lacey Dickin, though, has an outstanding 1.89 ERA going as a junior going up against the freshman tonight. It's kind of interesting, the freshman. Connor Perkins with a 3.68 ERA. So on paper, you might think it's an advantage. And from what we saw of Powell County yesterday, or not yesterday, but Monday against Breathitt County, they put on a hitting clinic against the Bobcats. And let's just say right now, don't know exactly what to say. Making a prediction in the 14th region this year is a moot point. It's absolutely worthless to make a prediction ahead of a game because right now everything has happened. With 4 teams in the loser brackets basically taking the victories all on Monday. So no district champion is going to win the 14th region. It's all a runner-up series right now.
And I went back and did a little research today on that. All 4 runner-ups advancing with wins on Monday. I went back in the last 28 years.
That's crazy.
It's never happened.
Never happened.
Now, if it happened before that, it may have, but the records that I could find, I only went back to 97, 98. And to show you how rare of a feat it is, you would think that a lot of times all the winners advance, right?
Right.
All the district winners advance.
They're supposed to.
That's only happened twice, back in 2015 and 2002. So I really feel, I think it speaks to the parity of this region. You have Hazard and Perry Central in the 54th. You've got Powell and Estill. You've got Knott and Lesher. In those teams, any team can beat anybody on any given night. And when you get to the regional tournament, all bets are off.
Exactly, because, it just shows you how great and diverse the talent is across the 14th region especially. But when you have the quality of playing and saying that, we're not going to be affected by a loss. So what? We took a loss at the district championship game. Right now, we're in the region. It's our region to win, and that's the thought I think of every single one of these teams so far going into it. Right now, that's been the case.
You're exactly right, Phil. And the Commodores out on the turf field here in Campton, taking some warm-up reps and give us a great time to send it back to the station for another commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue with the pregame show. We appreciate you folks tuning in right here from the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Mine Service Company, a trusted name for quality mine supplies, is happy to announce the opening of their new hydraulic hose division. Now, you won't have to travel abroad to get hoses and fittings. Located on Highway 15 South, on Willie's Way, across from Applebee's in Hazard. Everything you'll need to get up and running. They even have hoses and fittings for Cat, Volvo, and Komatsu heavy equipment. Trusted for over 100 years in the mining industry. And now bringing you quality products in their new hydraulic hose division in Hazard. Mine Service Company.
Your vintage helmet turns heads. Your leather jacket has more zippers than a blue jean factory. Your fingerless gloves fit you like a, well, no doubt about it. Owning a motorcycle makes you look cool, but insuring it with Kentucky Farm Bureau makes you look smart. You even get a multi-policy discount if you're already a Kentucky Farm Bureau customer. Kentucky Farm Bureau, now offering motorcycle insurance.
Visit or call Janet Smith, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agency Manager, or agents Major Gabbard and Chase Smith.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Quantum Healthcare, spotlighting our Women's Care Center, offering preventative care, screenings, treatment, ultrasound, OB services, and prenatal care. Call for an appointment today with Dr. Robin Whitaker or Bianca Absher, 436-07 extension 11, extension 145, or extension 146. Join us for a healthier lifestyle today. The Women's Care Center at Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Quantum Healthcare, 210 Black Gold Boulevard in Hazard. Visit our webpage, kymha.com.
People's Bank and Trust of Hazard is strongly committed to our community's development, investing in a wide range of business and local organizations. You need the support of a local bank that is looking for ways to help you succeed. That's what People's Bank and Trust is all about. They always have your best interest at heart. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, strongly committed to our community. Member FDIC.
Wsgs Hazard.
Welcome back, folks, to Campton, Kentucky. A trip to the regional championship on the line as Perry Central set to take on Powell County in semifinal number 2. Wolf County already advancing. And another little history lesson for you folks. In the last 25 seasons, Powell County has 2 regional championships in 2006, 2012. The Commodores of Perry Central, 2 regional championships as well, 2005 and 2010. The last time Powell County made the regional finals was 2022. They lost to Hazard 5-0. And the last time the Commodores were in the finals, it was 2018, and they lost to Hazard 9-1. So it's been a while, Phil, for either one of these teams to take this next step. A lot on the line, a lot to play for here this evening.
Both teams have established their traditions within their own districts, and now facing each other here on the eve, I guess to say, of the 14th Region Championship game. Both these teams wanting to take that spot to face Wolf County on their home field. It's going to be interesting, I just have to say, and I'm looking forward to it, especially from what I've seen of Powell County watching the Breathitt County game. They have a young hitter, sophomore. It's so awesome that this kid is going to have some more times there playing with Powell County with a .391 batting average. Mr. Carter Poe absolutely is a beast with the bat, and I think as a young leader of his team, he's taking it on. He's the leadoff for Powell County. And I'd be interested just to know exactly how that matchup works.
Yeah, Poe's a kid. You've got to get out. He was he played a lot for Powell a couple years ago as an 8th grader. And you know, when I hear the name Carter Poe, I'm thinking, man, is he not a senior? He's been there for a while, and he's just a sophomore. But a fantastic player for Powell County, and traditionally Powell County just always solid in baseball, and Perry Central as well. And I think that's what makes this such an intriguing, such a special matchup, because the two histories, they play each other twice every year. It's not a short drive from Hazard to Stanton, but they work it in their schedule. They play each other at least twice because of ninth like tonight. They know that they'll have to face each other to win and move on and advance in this regional tournament.
Well, this game is pretty much the tiebreaker. So, you know, just as a fan, thinking of it as the way a fan thinks, I just say, Commodores versus the Pirates on this sea of green. Who's going to sink the battleship first?
Yeah, it will definitely be interesting to see. And the warm-ups for both teams have been completed. Just waiting on the umpires now. It should be any moment. And just taking a look at these two records, once again, Perry Central 18-20 on the season. They advanced to the semifinals. They defeated Letcher County Central 4-0, once again on a gem from Devin Gayhart, pitched outstanding. Powell County comes into this one 15-18. Both runners up in their district, Perry Central in the 54th, Powell County in the 56th. And Powell County beat Breathitt here on Monday 9-1, and Phil, you described it perfectly. It was a hitting clinic.
Hitting clinic completely. Breathitt County did not know exactly what to do at all with the batters of the Powell County Pirates. And I couldn't be happier. Right now the weather getting a little bit cooled off as the sun's gone down, and we understand some bad weather's hit our Perry County area, but right now, just a little bit of a cloudy sky. Let's hope it stays that way for a good night of baseball.
Absolutely. And, you know, it was a little warm. I think my broadcast partner over here, Phil, needs to apply some sunscreen when we got here, just because it was beating down.
I have a daughter who's very protective of her dad, and she threw the sunblock at me and said, you better put it on. So, babe, thank you very much. Good to have a Wednesday night watching baseball. Normally my Wednesday nights are for doing the talkback show in our early afternoon, early evening. And Very grateful, though, that our listeners may be expecting Talkback to hear us on baseball. I'd like to give a shout-out to the guest that I did have on Talkback schedule tonight, Mr. Unky Bones, one of our great local musicians, bringing some musical friends from Lexington to Hazard this Saturday for the Unky Bones Pizza Party concert, a benefit concert to raise money for storm, flood relief. And I do hope he still gets the crowd that he's hoping for. So I'm glad that he was okay with the reschedule.
Absolutely, and nice of him and his fellow musicians to come to Hazard and help raise some much-needed money for so many folks devastated by the storms. From 3 years ago to a couple of weeks ago, it's been a pretty rough go of it, that's for sure.
He's a very talented guy and brings in some friends of his from Lexington Music Awards. They're going to put on a good show. If anybody's into our good local music scene, check them out at the Art Station this Saturday for a good cause, and it's going to be a good time, too, so please do so.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it, folks. I see the boys in blue, the umpires, making the slow walk from the left field fence, and that'll give us a chance to send it back to the station for one more commercial break as they introduce the starting lineups for tonight's semifinal matchup between the Commodores of Perry County Central and the Pirates of Powell County. Back in just a few, folks, and we'll have the first pitch for you right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Here at Kimber Furniture, our slogan is "We know furniture." As well we should. For over 45 years now, it's what we do, it's all we do, it's who we are. At Kimber's, that gives us the opportunity to specialize in getting you exactly what you need. We do our homework to make sure you get the best, longest-lasting, best-looking brand names at Kimber's guaranteed lowest prices with easy credit terms and fast express delivery. Now that's what I'm talking about. Kimber Furniture in Hazard, where we know furniture.
What a great way to spend part of your Thursday evening at the ARH Mental Health Matters Awareness Walk, Thursday, May 29th from 5 till 7 p.m. at Triangle Park, downtown Hazard. Get in on some free food, lots of free kids activities, and a ton of great giveaways. ARH will be helping to promote understanding, reduce the stigma surrounding mental health, and to help support each other in our mental wellness journey. Hey, you can even decorate an encouraging mental health poster to be entered to win prizes. Walk with us. Join the ARH Mental Health Matters Awareness Walk, Thursday the 29th, 5 to 7 p.m., Triangle Park in Hazard.
Quality Care Medical Equipment and Scrubs in Hazard can meet all your needs, from medical equipment like diabetic shoes, post-mastectomy supplies, wheelchairs, crutches, canes, walkers, and more, to a wide variety and extended size scrub uniforms like Med Couture, Healing Hands, Grey's Anatomy, and Cherokee. They also carry nursing shoes, medical accessories, Littman products, Vera Bradley, and more. Stop in and let them know how they can help you today at Quality Care Medical Equipment and Scrubs.
Don't let pain slow you down. At Hazard ARH Orthopedics, we specialize in diagnosing, treating, and repairing bones, joints, and connective tissue. From knees and hips to shoulders and elbows, our expert team offers the latest non-surgical treatments and advanced surgical options, including minimally invasive procedures and joint replacements. Plus, no referral is needed. That's right, you can schedule you at Hazard ARH Orthopedics by calling 606-487-7510. ARH, more for Appalachia.
First Trust Bank has partnered with Zelle, so you can skip the trip to the ATM and send funds directly to friends and family from your First Trust Bank app. Zelle is available in financial institutions across the country, creating a network of trusted partnerships that allow money to move quickly and securely. Whether you need to split the rent or last night's dinner, do it with ease and confidence using Zelle. Creating partnerships that make local banking easier is another reason you can look to us first for a bank you can trust. First Trust Bank, member FDIC.
At TVS, we've been working hard preparing for the future. Well, the future is now. TVS offers digital cable, digital phone service, high-speed internet, and a fiber optic infrastructure. We're a local company putting money back into our local economy while supporting our local schools and organizations. What about those other guys? You know, those big out-of-town companies. What have they done for you lately? Mountain people serving mountain people. TVS, 606-439-3167.
WSGS from Hazard.
Welcome back, folks. Starting lineups for the Commodores complete. Taking a look at the batting order, it'll be Derek Fields leading things off for Perry Central. They are the visiting team, so they will hit first. Fields playing in left field, and he'll be followed by Tate Watts, the center fielder tonight. Mason Sumner batting third. He's the first baseman. Devin Gayhart in the cleanup spot. He's playing third tonight. Batting fifth for Perry Central, Jeff Hancock, the catcher. Parker Maggard batting 6th. The shortstop, Corbin Wooten, batting 7th. The right fielder, Parker Collett, batting 8th. He's playing 2nd. And Connor Perkins batting 9th, and he's on the bump tonight for the Commodores.
Looking forward most to seeing what the lone senior of the Commodores, Mr. Derek Fields, is going to bring as a leadoff hitter. A little bit of the weight is on his shoulders for this. As a senior, it means a lot for him to be right here. And I'm looking forward to what he can do to bring about the good batting from his teammates.
And that's one of the things you heard Devin Gayhart say in his post-game interview the other night. This is the furthest we've ever made it. And to get to this point for Perry Central, I know is a huge accomplishment.
It is.
And but you made it this far. Why not go any further? Is sort of the thought process. But Coach Meehan, a Hall of Fame coach, all the success he had at Hazard, done a fantastic job with this Commodore baseball team this year. As the season gone on, they're striking out less, they're putting the ball in play, and they're making fewer and fewer errors. And I think if those things can continue tonight, I think they've got a shot against the Pirates.
That has been the one thing we've seen in the game so far this season, especially in the district championship against Hazard. Perry Central definitely had its time of making mistakes, but if they can control that, it puts them right in the driver's seat, and that's where Coach Meehan wants them to be tonight.
One programming note, folks, just a quick reminder, the Lady Commodores, of Perry County Central in the Regional Softball Championship tomorrow at 6 o'clock. That's at Estill County High School in Irvin. They will take on the Letcher County Central Lady Cougars. And I think those two teams split during the regular season, and should be an outstanding night of softball. I think Greg Napier and John Newell more than likely will be on the call for that one right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Best of luck to our friends on that broadcast booth right there with the ladies softball, and I do hope it's going to be an interesting game for them as well. So glad that so many people are, of course, listening to us on WSGS, that so many people are also listening as they're watching to our audio broadcast on Facebook Live for WSGS, and got to absolutely thank them for that, such as Miss Nikki Muncie, Miss Linda Combs, one of the sweetest young ladies of Perry County School System. Thank you all for listening tonight.
Dickin on the mound for Powell County. First pitch called strike on the outside corner to Derek Fields.
Interesting way. Now, let's see. Derek's going to bring, of course, all that he can. He goes full gas, no brakes on this.
Second pitch low and away. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Fields is gritty. He's been there.
He is.
And played a lot of baseball for the Commodores during his time. Next pitch is a little low in the turf. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Got some other people wanting to throw some comments towards the Commodores' way. Judy Perkins, Jessica Leedy, Marilyn Wooten, all cheering on the Commodores. So good to see Hazard and Perry cheering on this team right now.
Here's the pitch to Fields, fouled away. Going to even the count, 2-2. Absolutely, and that's the thing. You know, the district that we cover, the 54th, Perry Central, Hazard, Buckhorn, Leslie County, all those fan bases, so supportive of their schools, but they also
support the district
support each other. Fields rips this one foul down the right field line.
Oh, healthy cut right there on the young man.
Count will remain 2-2, but 4 great schools, great students, and certainly a shout out and congratulations to all those seniors that have either already walked across the stage or getting ready to.
Oh, that'll be next week, I believe, for Perry Central. That's when their graduation is, I believe, next Thursday.
2-2 pitch popped up by Fields a mile high. It's going to stay in the infield. Caught by the first baseman, Dylan Carter, for out number 1.
That ball diverted a flock of geese heading south right now, or heading north, and I could have stared up there and lost it completely.
Yeah, it went way above the lights. And those are tricky because you have to wait. You sort of lose sight of it. You have to wait till it gets back down in the lights to get your eyes on it again. As Tate Watts, the new batter for the Commodores. Lacey Dickin once again on the mound, a big right-hander. Nice curveball, strike 1 to Watts.
That was a dandy curve by Lacey up there.
So far, he's a lot of velocity, movement, showing why he's one of the best pitchers for the Pirates. This time a fastball catches the inside corner, called strike 2.
Well, the junior is definitely knowing what to throw tonight to begin this game.
He's one of these kids, too. Like we mentioned Carter Poe earlier, he's played a lot of baseball. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Tate Watts. The 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 right down the middle. Retires Watts with a backwards K for out number 2.
That was the textbook definition of a hitter's pitch, and Tate, unfortunately, just let it go by. That was a perfect level for him. 2 outs now.
To bring up Mason Sumner.
Sumner batting with .320 average.
Got a big 2 RBI single against a big swing and a miss against Glacier Central the other night. Perry Central was ahead 2-0 going into that top of the 7th inning. Sumner drives in 2 and gave him a little breathing room.
Yeah, he did. Lacey Dickin on the mound is absolutely a powerful pitcher right now.
Big curveball. And if this pitch sequence is anything like Watts just saw, this is going to be a fastball right down Main Street. No balls, 2 strikes to Sumner.
Not the time to see it go by.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball just off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Lost a little bit of his direction right there. Not the location he wanted.
1-2 count to Sumner. Top of the 1st inning, no score. Semifinals of the 14th Region Baseball Tournament. Here's a big curveball swung on and missed by Sumner. Dickens strikes out 2 Commodores in the 1st, and they go down in order, 3 up, 3 down, and we will move to the bottom of the 1st inning. Powell County will send to the plate Carter Poe, Levi Wells, and Drew Miller. Scores 0-0 when we get back from this break. You're listening to the 14th Region Baseball Tournament right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Looking for expert dermatology care close to home? We're excited to welcome Lori Howard to Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky. A Hazard native with 12 years experience in medical dermatology, she brings top-notch skincare to our community. And we're also excited to welcome our newest provider, Madison Mobilini Patrick, providing aesthetics. Call today for an appointment, 606-439-1300. Primary Care Center, expert care close to home.
They are the electric motor headquarters, Maggard Electric, Southeast Kentucky's #1 to repair or replace your small electric motors. Maggard Electric is ESA approved. They can replace air compressor motors, swimming pool pumps, heating and cooling motors, motors for heat pumps, air conditioners, and so much more. Over 300 electric motors in stock, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Maggard Electric, still strong, still serving Southeast Kentucky. Located 6 miles north of Hazard on Highway 15. Open 7:30 to 4 Monday through Friday. 436-6886.
WSGS.
Welcome back, folks. Bottom of the 1st inning here from Campton, Kentucky. The semifinals of the 14th Region Baseball Tournament. Jeff Campbell and Phil Neese, and no score. The Pirates coming to the plate, and Phil, they started their hitting clinic against Breathitt County on Monday in this 1st inning, and
right off the bat.
I think it's going to be very important for the Commodores to see if they can quieten those bats down here early on in this one.
Well, that's definitely going to be the goal, I'm sure, for Connor Perkins on the mound tonight. Exactly what she said, to try to quiet them down right out of the get-go. But right now, I'll just say that's exactly what happened to the Commodore batters. Lacey Dickin right there. Dominant performance already in the 1st inning. And this might be similar to that prior game we just watched between Wolf County and Knott County. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of lost my way right there. It could be just like that. So right now, let's just see if somebody's going to get in trouble first. It definitely wasn't Powell County to start off with. So.
Yeah, that's the thing in these games, an elimination type game. It's really important to start off, in a great way. You know, you don't want to have a big inning and first, 2nd inning. You want to sort of settle in, throw some punches, and trying to manufacture some runs as the game goes on. But Carter Poe, the big left-hander, steps into the box for the Pirates, and he will once again face Connor Perkins. Perkins' first pitch swung on, fouled away off the facade of the third base dugout.
Well, they're definitely not afraid to swing right out of the gate.
Perkins challenging Poe. First pitch fastball. Poe fouls it off. No balls, 1 strike to count. Big curveball swung on. Grounded into right field. First hit of the game, first runner aboard for the Pirates. A leadoff single for Carter Poe.
Powell County hitting team has continued where they left off against Breathitt County in the first game of the first round for them. Got to try to put an end to this quickly for Perry County.
Perry Central had the shift on the second baseman, Parker Collett, playing directly behind the second base bag instead of his normal location. And Poe hit that one right where he usually plays. Levi Wells, the shortstop, the new batter for Powell County. Perkins takes a peek at the runner. Big curveball, misses low, ball one.
Yeah, that was a deep hook with that curve, but not in the location he needed.
One ball, no strikes to count to Wells. Second pitch is going to be downstairs, 2-0.
Already some signals being sent from Coach Meehan to the pitcher, Connor Perkins.
Big spot for Perkins, just a freshman, but a dandy player. Had a fantastic year this year for Coach Meehan. This one called strike.
They're focusing completely on the batter up here, number 5, Levi Wells. They're not worried about the runner at first right now. He's not getting a big lead off anyway, so, all right, concentrate on what you got to.
Poe with 15 stolen bases on the season, 16 attempts. Now the bunt attempt from Wells fouls it off down the first base line. Tried to go the push bunt.
Yeah, he did. If he would have had that in the field, straighten that up, that would have been over the first baseman's head.
He had a nice-looking single. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Wells. Nice job by Perkins battling to get this one back even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, curveball. Missed off the outside corner.
A hair away from another strike.
Full count. The payoff pitch set to begin. Perkins looks at the runner, now gets the sign from Hancock, his catcher. The 3-2 pitch, curveball downstairs as Wells draws a walk, and now runners at first and second for the Pirates.
And we are going to have a meeting on the mound, Coach Meehan and Connor Perkins, right off the bat.
You know, I think this is just sort of settling down. You know, you've got a young player, never been in this position before, and you know, just a few words of encouragement. The rest of the infielders staying away, so it's just coach and pitcher right here.
So we have many people still commenting on our Facebook Live broadcast. Good friend Bill Campbell saying good luck to the Commodores. Mr. Jacob Teeter, baseball player in the 14th region himself, saying going to be a great game, too. Great teams. I agree completely, Jacob.
Now the Pirates send to the plate Drew Miller. A couple big hits in that win against Breathitt County on Monday. Chance to get something going a little further for Powell County. Runners at first and second, nobody out.
During that game for Breathitt County, pretty much was the hits just kept on coming and coming and coming. They didn't know how to handle this Powell County hitting team.
Miller showing bunt, choked way up on the bat. Now he's going to go ahead and turn.
He's ready.
The infield starts to creep in for the Commodores. The pitch, hit him. Hit batter by Perkins. Now the bases are loaded for Powell County here in the bottom of the first inning. Nobody out. Drew Miller at first after being hit by the pitch. Levi Wells walk now on second. Poe single to get this started, and he's moved over to third.
Too early to have the bases loaded to suit anybody, I'd say.
It looks like we're going to have a pitching change here at the bottom of the first inning for the Commodores. Folks, we'll send it back to the station for a quick break. When we return, we'll have the new pitcher for you after this short break right here. Once again, 0-0 the score, bottom of the first inning, but Powell County threatening. Back in just a moment on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
If your pipes are broke, your hot water's a joke. Who you gonna call?
Hot
And your drains won't drain, driving you insane. Who can you call? Call 233-5936. call 233-5936. You better call Todd.
What's in a name anyway? Well, our answer is everything. Because we're the store that puts our promise to you right in our name. Save-A-Lot Food Stores. Now, Save-A-Lot isn't just a name we picked for ourselves. It's a name we've earned by bringing you only the best grocery items, freshest produce, and quality meat available at the best possible value every day. That's Save-A-Lot.
Save money at your local Save-A-Lot store in Hazard and in Hyden.
WSGS.
Welcome back, folks. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Powell County threatening. The bases loaded, nobody out. And Coach Meehan goes to his bullpen in this one early. Brings in the freshman Parker Maggart.
Well, this is just way much of a spot of trouble for the Commodores to have this early in the game. Freshman Parker Maggart coming up to the mound has right now 3.76 ERA as a freshman to conclude his season before the tournament play. A call to bring him in, I don't know. He's in a bad spot, a lot of pressure on a young man with the bases loaded, filled with the Powell County Pirates.
Yeah, and that's the thing here. I mean, you have to sort of minimize the damage, right?
Yeah.
Minimize the damage, if you will. The Pirates, more than likely, I mean, we watch a lot of baseball, they're going to get a run or maybe two right here.
There's going to be a score on the board, I'm willing to bet.
You can't let it snowball.
Right.
You've got to get an out, and you got to get that out somewhere right now if you're Perry Central.
But if anything's been the case of this entire regional tournament, no prediction is safe. So who knows what could happen. We've seen stranger things, that's for sure.
The new batter, 4.
The senior, Dylan Carter, 264 batting average.
Dylan Carter, the big lefty, watches the first pitch miss outside from Maggard, ball 1.
It's a good crowd from both teams, but definitely right now the Perry Central side is being very quiet.
Yeah, a lot of Commodore fans sitting behind us. Swung on, grounded up the middle, steps on second, over to first. Nice play at Devin Gayhart to turn 2. The 6-3 double play by Devin Gayhart, but the run driven in by Carter puts Powell County on the board at 1-0.
I think if that's the only damage right now that the Commodores can survive this inning with, it's going to be a blessing right now. Excellent hit, but an excellent play also from Devin Gayhart to turn 2.
Now the Pirates runner on third with 2 outs.
With pitcher Lacey Dickin up here.
Lacey Dickin at the plate, the big right-hander. Here's the pitch from Maggard. Curveball swung on and missed. Pretty pitch.
Big right-hander with a big swing right there.
Maggard gets the sign, checks the runner, the pitch. Curveball called strike on the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Dickin.
We've seen the bunt thrown at this time several times in this tournament already, but I don't think we're going to see it here.
Here's the pitch from Maggard, fouled away by Dickin, keeping the at-bat alive. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Once again, bottom of the first inning, Powell County with 1 across already leads this one 1-0.
Parker Maggard definitely, if he can get this batter out, it is going to be an excited return to the dugout before they come up to plate.
Yeah, and just again, a great play by Gayhart out at short. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Maggard got him swinging for out number 3. So 1 hit for the Pirates, 1 run for the Pirates, and they leave 1 on base, and we have played 1 complete. Powell County 1, Perry County Central 0 as we move to the top of the second. It'll be 4-5-6 due up for the Commodores. Devin Gayhart, Jeff Hancock, Parker Maggard. After this break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Since 1919, Mine Service Company has been servicing the coal mining industry with quality general mine supplies. Mine Service offers a wide variety of products including electrical cable, mine roof support material, lubricants, conveyor belts, drain pipe, underground miner cap lights, quality boots, knee pads, bottled drinking water, and much, much more. Locally owned with locations on Highway 15 South in Hazard, in Wise, Virginia, And now, their new hydraulic hose division on Willie Way across from Applebee's in Hazard. Mine Service Company.
Your vintage helmet turns heads. Your leather jacket has more zippers than a blue jean factory. Your fingerless gloves fit you like a, well, you know, no doubt about it. Owning a motorcycle makes you look cool, but insuring it with Kentucky Farm Bureau makes you look smart. You even get a multi-policy discount if you're already a Kentucky Farm Bureau customer. Kentucky Farm Bureau, now offering motorcycle insurance.
Visit or call Janet Smith, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agency Manager, or agents Major Gabbard and Chase Smith.
WSGS.
Top of the second inning here in Campton at the Wolf County Sports Complex. Powell County 1, Perry Central 0. But the Commodores' bats in their hands coming to the plate here in the top of the second inning. And, you know, we mentioned it, Phil, that when Maggard came in to relieve Perkins, he had to minimize the damage, and do that he did. Forced a ground ball into a double play and then a strikeout, and allowing Powell County just that one run.
In that situation, I don't think you can't do anything using a boxing analogy. You have to take one on the chin completely right there. Commodores did, but Devin Gayhart, absolutely outstanding double play. Otherwise, this could be a completely different ball game. With it being just 1-0 in the first inning, we're finding it, and both sides of this, still an excellent game in the future for it.
Devin Gayhart coming to the plate, and just a junior, but he's played so much. He's almost like a senior or even older. He has so much experience and, you know, been through some battles for the Commodores, and just a gritty baseball player.
From his performance against Fletcher County, he has respect for all of his teammates and his coaches as well.
First pitch from Dickin outside would have nailed Mr. Phil Neese had that backstop not been there.
And rest in peace, Bob Euchre, just a bit outside.
No, 1 ball, no strikes to count. Once again, the scoreboard wrong up there. That was definitely a ball. Now we're going to even it up with a strike. Gayhart swung at that one, couldn't catch up to it. 1-1 to count.
Gayhart is an energetic player. Every single pitch with him, it looks like he can do something great with it.
1-1 pitch from Dickens. Stays downstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike to count.
Totally in the moment when he gets in that batter's box, he tenses right up.
Dickens. High leg kick the pitch. Swung on and missed. Gayhart took a hack at it, couldn't catch up to it. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I don't know what would happen to that baseball. It'd be disintegrated if he actually gets some contact with that. That was a huge swing.
Digging a lot of movement on that fastball. 2-2 to count the pitch. Stays upstairs.
Look out.
Full count to Gayhart. Gayhart's a tough kid. At some point in time on that pitch, he thought about just taking it.
He wanted it.
It's been right in the ear hole, though.
I think he wants every single pitch.
Full count, payoff pitch upcoming to Devin Gayhart. Stays upstairs.
There you go, young man.
Base on balls, a leadoff walk for Gayhart puts the first base runner aboard for the Commodores here in the top of the second inning.
Gayhart showing that hustle, running all the way to first on that ball.
Bring up Jeffrey Hancock. An RBI on a suicide squeeze bunt. The opening round win over Letcher Central.
One of the most interesting calls ever from Coach Meehan to his batters. That was a wild play indeed.
Gayhart, a lot of speed on first. 25 stolen bases on the year, 26 attempts. Only been thrown out once. Hancock shows bunt. Fouls it off. It's sort of a defensive bunt there. That one was coming right at him.
Hancock's bringing in a .286 batting average. He would love nothing more than to put Lacey Dickin in the same situation that he had in the first inning.
Yeah, early in the season, Hancock was DH for quite a bit, and he got a chance to hit, and he's been doing well ever since in the batter's box for the Commodores.
Curious to know how the coaches are going to have Gayhart lead off. He's already got somewhat of a lead, and he does have the speed to pull something off.
Pitch. Hancock tried to get the bunt down, couldn't get it. He's quickly behind in this count. No balls, 2 strikes.
Players and coaches of the Commodores right now trying to make something happen this early in the game. No wasted effort.
1-0 your score, top of the second inning. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Hancock. Dickin with a pitch. Shows bunt, fouled it away, and he's going to go down on strikes. As the bunt attempt with 2 strikes, we've seen it work so many times for the Commodores, but not this time, as now there's 1 out here in the top of the second.
I think it just is the goal currently right now. Get your runner to scoring position.
Parker Maggard, the new batter for the Commodores. Started it short, now on to pitch. Pitched his way out of a jam in the first. The pitch swung on and missed. No balls, 1 strike to count to Maggard.
Parker Maggard, as a freshman, knocking on that 300 batting average, just a shade below it.
A good year for the freshman. Saw a lot of action last year. This one fouled up and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Dickon, once again, way ahead in this count. He's been so in every batter he's faced, except for Gayhart, who issued the leadoff walk to here in the top of the second.
Dickon seems to be the type of pitcher that likes to have that in this situation. It seems like he likes the pressure on him a little bit.
The 0-2 pitch will miss outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Some young ball players are that way. They kind of just like that moment to get out of it.
Nice job by the catcher for Powell County, Drew Miller, talking with their home plate umpire, asking where that one missed.
That's good communication always, just to relate back to the coaches as well.
Gayhart on the move.
Oh.
Throw down. Not in time.
There we go. He's a little disappointed in himself, Mr. Drew Miller, but excellent throw. Just a little bit off target.
For Gayhart, that is his 26th stolen base on the season.
26?
26 for 27.
He's bringing the wheels to it.
Now the 2-2 count to Maggard. Gayhart at second has great speed. Definitely can score. It's hit to the right spot in the outfield. Maggard. 2-2 count. Dickon checking the runner. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. His 4th strikeout of the game. And Dickon, a machine, out on the mound right now for Powell County.
That's 2 outs. Yes, 2 outs on that strikeout. Corbin Wooten coming up to bat.
Wooten, the right fielder tonight, with the bats from the left side. The right fielder tonight. Did I say that or did I say left? Swing and a miss by Wooten on the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike.
Corbin Wooten is a freshman. He hasn't seen a lot of action on this, but he's been brought into the lineup for this regional play.
He bats from the left side, but he plays right field. So no balls, 1 strike to count. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count to Corbin Wooten.
Commodores have not been afraid to lay the big swings to it, but they have not been making the contact that they want.
Yeah, Dickon, once again, I mean, just so much movement on his fastball. Tough pitcher to hit. Dickon checks the runner at second, gives him a long stare. Now the pitch. A miss outside, ball 1.
No, Lacey Dickon is not a pitcher that is known for painting the corners. We sure haven't seen that during this time with him on the mound. He is just throwing power, dandy off-speed pitches.
Yeah, just overpowering the hitters from Perry Central early on in this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. Up and stay upstairs. 2-2 now.
Okay.
Good eye by Wooten on that one.
Corbin showing good patience for a freshman.
Dickon on the mound gets the sign. The pitch. Swung, got him swinging. 3 strikeouts in that inning alone for Lacey Dickon.
5
that is
total.
5th of the game. Putting on a pitching clinic today is Lacey Dickon. The Commodores get a runner to second after the leadoff walk and stolen base from Gayhart. But that's about it. We'll move to the bottom of the second. Powell County leads this one 1-0, due up for the Pirates in the bottom of the second. It'll be Bo Begley, Jordan Del Rosario, and Tucker Ramsey due up. After this break, you're listening to 14th Region Baseball right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
The Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance wants to inform the general public that Little Flower Clinic is a full-service medical clinic available for everyone. We accept most major insurances like the one your employer provides and Medicaid. Little Flower has an experienced staff of medical professionals providing all types of services from general physicians, mental health services, dental, chronic disease case management, and even chiropractic. We have on-site x-ray and laboratory services. Little Flower Clinic, everyone's medical home in the mountains.
Okay, Rewards Bot. How much should people earn with free Kasasa Cash checking?
5% APY on balances as high as $25,000.
Every month you qualify? That's so high.
5% APY. 5% APY.
Rewards Bot has gone rogue. Free checking, cash rewards. Ask for Kasasa Cash. It's our superpower.
Learn more about Kasasa at People's Bank and Trust Company in Hazard.
APY equals annual percentage yield. Qualifications, rules, limitations apply. Rates and rewards vary by account balance and qualification status. Contact institution for details. Member FDIC.
WSGS from Hazard.
Welcome back, folks, to Campton, Kentucky, here at the Wolfe County Athletic Complex. Jeff Campbell and Phil Neese, the 14th Region semifinals, Perry County Central and Powell County. Powell County leads this one 1-0. In the bottom of the second, Pirates come to bat.
And the difference is the pitchers on the mound for Powell County, Lacey Dickens. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. Makes you long for the days of the old Mets of the 80s where Doc Gooden came out there and simply lined up the K's in the outfield.
That's what Lacey Dickens trying to do today. Just a man on a mission right now. Perry Central trying to figure out how to put the ball in play. Bo Begley due up for Powell County here in the bottom of the second. Parker Maggard on the mound, showing bunt. Pitch misses upstairs, ball 1.
Third baseman Connor Perkins trying to take advantage of this. Bunt's coming his way.
Second pitch high as well. 2-0 the count now to Begley.
Here's the one thing I'd say: if the batter does it right, just hit the ball towards the opposite field. Just bunt it that way.
The pitch shows bunt, pulls back. This one called strike. 2-1 the count now to Begley. It's a pretty pitch by Maggard, right on the outside part of the plate.
Because right now he's only shallow at third base.
This one swung on, fouled out of play by Begley.
That had a Robert Redford moment. That came a hair hitting into the lights right there.
Ooh, that'd have been bad.
That would have been terrible.
2-2 the count now to Begley. The pitch, big curveball. Begley barely got a piece of that one, fouled it away. Thought that was going to be Maggard's second strikeout of the night, but Begley just gets enough of it to keep the at-bat alive. The 2-2 pitch, painted the outside corner, called strike 3. Pretty pitch, Parker Maggard.
Mr. Begley sits down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in a row from Parker Maggard on the mound.
To bring up the left fielder for Powell County, Jordan Del Rosario. Bats from the right side. Maggard, high leg kick. Curveball swung on, grounded to second. Collett fields it, tosses it over to first. Del Rosario is retired for out number 2.
That's a little grounder, 1 pitch, 1 out.
The advantage of that curveball, yeah. You get a lot of ground ball outs. Parker Collett over his second. Had a good read on that one off the bounce. Took a little tricky hop off the mound, but the young 7th graders stuck with it and got the out for the out number 2 here in the bottom of the second.
Tucker Ramsey of Powell County at the plate. 2 outs on him. Trying to get something started again.
Ramsey, first pitch curveball, called strike.
And Ramsey should bring in a .364 batting average here. 8th and bat with a batting average like that. That's a interesting call, coaches.
Yeah, Frank Spencer spaces his hitters throughout the lineup.
Yeah.
He's got a nice mix of speed and power throughout this Powell County lineup. As Ramsey fouls this one off, no balls, 2 strikes to count.
And there's evidence of that because we saw that against Breathitt County. That's what Powell County was doing, hitting the lights out.
The 0-2 pitch, curveball, swung on, fouled over near the first base dugout. Assistant coach Todd Watts tracks it down.
Coach Watts got some step in him right there. Oh, yeah, he was after that.
Todd, a fantastic player for Perry Central back during his time as a student there. The 0-2 pitch fouled up.
Okay, I don't know.
Coming inside. I thought it was going to be over the fence.
I thought I was going to need protection right there completely. It was exactly in our area.
And that one went so high, I think Hancock lost it. Right. Like the one earlier went above the lights. And
that is an interesting aspect of night baseball, especially right here, because it is completely darkness above the lights. If something gets above them, you are going to lose it. You cannot see it. And that is interesting for both teams.
No balls, 2 strikes to count to Ramsey. The pitch from Maggard. Oh, just off the plate. Ball 1.
Maggard had painted that corner before, and that's exactly what the crowd was wanting to see.
Maggard very much in control of his pitches. He's done a really good job of working the outside corner of the plate, mixing in a big curveball on the inside as Ramsey fouls another one away.
Ramsey gets his cut. I guess that's how he's earning such a good batting average right there. He is doing well. Hanging alive here.
He's a big kid. He looks to be 6'3", 6'4", maybe taller.
Junior for the Powell County Pirates.
Good-looking athlete. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on, grounded to short, fielded by Gayhart. To first to retire Ramsey. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Pirates in the bottom of the 2nd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody on base. We move to the top of the 3rd, and the Commodores will send to the plate Parker Collick, Connor Perkins, Derek Fields. Powell County still leads 1-0. Back after this break, you're listening to Commodore Baseball right here on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Here at Kimber Furniture, our slogan is "We know furniture." As well we should. For over 45 years now, it's what we do, it's all we do, it's who we are. At Kimber's, that gives us the opportunity to specialize in getting you exactly what you need. We do our homework to make sure you get the best, longest-lasting, best-looking brand names at Kimber's guaranteed lowest prices with easy credit terms and fast express delivery. Now that's what I'm talking about. Kimber Furniture in Hazard, where we know furniture.
Did something recently change with your pharmacy? Or are you unsatisfied with your pharmacy service? Consider switching to RX Discount Pharmacy on Morton Boulevard in Hazard. RX Discount Pharmacy offers convenience items, drive-through delivery, compound medication, and more. RX Discount Pharmacy has been locally owned and operated for more than 30 years, and they don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. So choose a name you know and can trust at RX Discount Pharmacy.
WSGS.
Top of the 3rd inning here in Campton, Kentucky. Powell County leading Perry County Central 1-0 in the 14th Region Baseball Tournament semifinals. The winner moves to the championship game to face Wolfe County. They defeated Knott County Central earlier today 2-1. Jeff Campbell along with Phil Neese, and Phil, the Commodores got to put the ball in play.
Right now I think an attempt was made to put a fire under the Commodores because Coach Watts at the dugout was really giving it to them, simply trying to get them to get into this game, to get their bats woke up, and to get some runners in scoring position.
First pitch called strike to Parker Collett. The 0-1 pitch from Dickon called strike 2 right on the outside corner. 0-2 goes the count to Parker Collett.
No doubt about that.
5 strikeouts on the day for Lacey Dickon. Make it 6.
And he is not done, ladies and gentlemen. I do think there's going to be a few more Ks on the board for Lacey Dickon.
3 straight pitches retires Collett on strikes, and that brings Connor Perkins to the plate.
And right now, it's nothing the Perry County Central batters are doing wrong. They're patient with their batters or with their pitches. They're looking for their pitch to hit, but they are being overpowered by the fastball that this young man is putting.
Here's the pitch to Perkins. Big swing and a miss. Like he swung underneath that one.
Yeah.
Most of the time tonight, Perry Central has been just a little bit late.
Just a little bit, but he is a dominant heat right there.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Perkins fouls this one off out of play down the right field line.
Just over the fence.
Into the Commodore fans, scattered along the fence, just beyond the first base dugout. No balls, 2 strikes to Perkins.
Connor Perkins absolutely needing to get himself back into this game.
The 0-2 pitch from Dickin. Fouled away by Perkins.
Good cut, right, just barely off for meeting that ball where he wants it.
Battling to stay alive in this at bat.
0-2.
Once again, nothing on the scoreboard out here as far as the count goes.
I trust in the umpire's hands when it comes to the strike count.
Absolutely. 0-2 count. The pitch to Perkins. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. And Phil, the only batter of the game to put the ball in play. Derek Fields popped out the first in the top of the first inning. Devin Gayhart got a walk. Everybody else for the Commodores has went down on strike.
Well, if anybody's just curious to know how many strikeouts can be thrown, I think Lacey Dickin might have the answer to that question. But they don't need to be having it on Perry County Central going against them this way. He is just dominating the Commodore batters.
Second time through the lineup, you usually see the bats start catching up a little bit. Let's see if Fields can make that happen. Swung on. Hit too short. Field had tossed to first and retired Derek Fields. Nice play at short by Levi Wells, but the Commodores once again go down in order in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll move to the bottom of the third inning. 1-0, Powell County with the lead. And the Pirates will send to the plate Kane Knox, Carter Poe, and Levi Wells when we return from this break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Don't let pain slow you down. At Hazard ARH Orthopedics, we specialize in diagnosing, treating, and repairing bones, joints, and connective tissue. From knees and hips to shoulders and elbows, our expert team offers the latest non-surgical treatments and advanced surgical options, including minimally invasive procedures and joint replacements. Plus, no referral is needed. That's right, you can schedule you at Hazard ARH Orthopedics by calling 606-487-7510. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Get a new debit card in minutes with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. New and existing customers can take advantage of this new service that keeps a card in your hands and will never leave you waiting 7 to 10 days for access to your account. Call or visit any of our locations to learn more about how to skip the delay and get back to business today with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. First Trust Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. Instant issue subject to customer eligibility requirements.
WSGS.
We'll back, folks, to Campton, Kentucky, the Commodores and the Pirates. Right now, it's Powell County behind the strong arm of Lacey Dickin. A 1-0 lead over the Commodores. Bottom of the third inning, Phil, and was it 7 strikeouts?
7 strikeouts, what I have right here.
Dickin, just very much in command out on the mound for Powell County. Maggard doing a good job on in relief for the Commodores. Had a very efficient first inning when he came in, and then he set Powell County down 1-2-3 in the second.
One score is the only difference in the game, but the difference in the game is how well Powell County's pitcher with Lacey Dickin has been handling the Commodores. Right now, it's very much a one-sided game. That 1-0 lead is huge.
Kane Knox, the designated hitter for Powell County. 1-1 count. Fouled the first pitch off. Second pitch inside, ball 1. The 1-1 pitch stays upstairs. 2-1. To Kane Knox.
Parker Maggard definitely has some range of location with his pitches.
2-1, the pitch. Swung on, grounded to third. Perkins fields it.
There you go. No.
Across the field, they're going to say the foul ball. And
okay. That is fortunate for the sake because third baseman Connor Perkins pretty much threw that over the head of his first baseman.
Yeah, he
had to have that ball back.
He airmailed that over the first baseman's head, but now that will make the count 2-2.
It was a nice little pickup with his glove there. Nice fielding.
Coach Frank Spencer having a word with the third base umpire. He thought it was fair. I think it was definitely going foul.
It was going foul.
The 2-2 pitch. Big curveball got him swinging.
Hey.
Pretty pitch from Parker Maggard.
We'll match a strikeout with you, Mr. Dickin.
That is Maggard's third strikeout of the game, and it brings the top of the order back up for Powell County. Carter Poe singled and scored a run in the first.
The brutal Carter Poe. He's had a very good regional tournament.
Yeah, he 3 hits against Breathitt County the other day. First pitch misses outside. Ball 1 to Poe. One ball, no strikes. Maggard gets the sign. High leg kick, misses outside, evens the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch swung on, fouled off the backstop. 2-1 now the count.
Many people are still enjoying us. If you haven't been watching us on Facebook Live to listen to the game, throw us a comment if you can. Irma Campbell and Paula Jackson is cheering on the Commodores right now.
Appreciate you, Mother. 2-1 the count. This is downstairs, 3-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Kane Knox retired on strikes. Poe, the leadoff hitter. Once again, already singled, scored a run.
He's been the offense pretty much.
3-1 pitch. This one's lifted into shallow left field. Gayhart going back.
There you go. Good communication there.
Left fielder Derek Fields coming in to make the catch for out number 2.
Devin Gayhart himself was hustling out there from shortstop to try to get a hand on it, but nope. Left fielder waved him off.
Levi Wells, the new batter for the Pirates.
Levi walked his last at bat. And the Commodores found themselves so far in the worst trouble of the game.
The pitch misses downstairs. Ball 1 to Wells. One ball, no strike to count. Wells walked. Back in the first inning. Pitch from Maggard.
Oh,
this misses upstairs.
Crowd had something to say about that one. That looks like it was right there on that corner.
2 balls, no strikes to count. This one stays. No, it's called strike.
Oh, there you go.
It even fooled the clock keeper. I think they went ahead and put ball 3 up there, but it's 2-1. 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. Pitch from Maggard.
Oh, there you go.
Pretty pitch outside corner, called strike. Evens it up, 2-2.
That's been so far Parker Maggard's favorite spot. And also, Powell County hasn't been...
Curveball grounded to second.
Oh, no.
Collett couldn't field it. It'll be an E4 for the Commodores and put a 2-out base runner aboard in the form of Levi Wells.
That was a costly error right there. Just put a man on base for the Powell County Pirates.
First error of the game for either team.
Let's hope that is the only true mistake that the Commodores allow themselves on the infield. You got to shake that off, young man.
Drew Miller, the new batter for Powell County, was hit by a pitch in the first. Tagged out at second by Gayhart on the 6-3 double play. Wells getting a healthy lead at first. And
hit by pitch.
For the second time tonight, Drew Miller gets doinked.
And he's feeling that one. That definitely hit him in a rough spot of his arm. He is holding it.
This one right on the elbow.
He needs to be checked out by the coaches right there because that could be something that's going to be real damaging later.
So now for the Pirates, as Drew Miller trying to walk this one off way down the right field line.
Yeah.
That's got to hurt anytime you get hit in a bone like that, but especially right on that elbow.
And the young man's so competitive. He's just feeling it more as frustration that this is what's happening to him tonight. But that stung.
Runners on first and second for the Pirates, and the cleanup hitter at the plate, Dylan Carter. Grounded into the double play in the first. Did get an RBI to score Poe. 2 down, bottom of the third, 1-0, Powell County with the lead. There's a pitch, curveball in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher, Jeff Hancock.
Hancock was getting ready to throw the pickoff move right there, but they sent the runner from at second back to second.
Carter, very, very dangerous hitter for Powell County. A lot of speed on the bases, and Levi Wells and Dylan Carter. 2 balls, no strikes to count on Dylan Carter. Coach Meehan telling Parker Maggard to trust his defense behind him. Here's the pitch, curveball, and great location, right in under the hands of Carter, called strike.
Nice curve dipping right there at the last.
Maggard's got a great curveball. He's got some velocity on his fastball, but between the two, a very nice change of pace. Curveball swung on, grounded to short. Gayhard fields it, steps on second to end the inning. So Powell County, thanks to a couple of mistakes, gets some base runners aboard. Cannot advance them or score. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left on base for the Pirates in the bottom of the third. And they still lead 1-0 as we move to the top of the 4th inning. Due up for Perry Central. It will be Tate Watts, Mason Sumner, Devin Gayhart after this break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
At TVS, we've been working hard preparing for the future. Well, the future is now. TVS offers digital cable, digital phone service, high-speed internet, and a fiber optic infrastructure. We're a local company putting money back into our local economy while supporting our local schools and organizations. What about those other guys? You know, those big out-of-town companies. What have they done for you lately? Mountain people serving mountain people. TVS, 606-439-3167.
Looking for expert dermatology care close to home? We're excited to welcome Lori Howard to Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky. A Hazard native with 12 years experience in medical dermatology, she brings top-notch skin care to our community. And we're also excited to welcome our newest provider, Madison Mobilini Patrick, providing aesthetics. Call today for an appointment, 606-439-1300. Primary Care Center, expert care close to home.
WSGS.
Welcome back, folks. Top of the 4th inning, a very quick-moving game, Phil, between the Commodores and Powell County. Powell County leads 1-0. With the Commodores coming to the plate, hitters 2, 3, and 4 due up in Tate Watts, Mason Sumner, Devin Gayhart, looking to get some hits and runs on the board.
Well, getting the hits is absolutely what they need, but they're concentrating on not getting strikeouts. They really need to just figure out a way to put the ball in play and not let pitcher Lacey Dickon dominate them the way he's been doing. And he has. This has been a 3-inning dominance by the Powell County pitcher.
Lacey Dickon, the winning pitcher, in one of the previous meetings between these two teams back on April the 10th. Powell beat Perry Central 3-2. Dickon only gave up 2 hits in that one. So the Commodores have seen him before, and
they know he's good.
He was a hard puzzle to solve back in April, and still trying to crack the code here in the regional tournament.
That's exactly how it should be put, and I think it's up to the coaching staff to really see what kind of chinks in the armor Powell County and their defense is bringing the Commodores. 3 innings down, 1 run is the only difference, but it could be all the difference they need.
Now the Powell County infielders gathered around Dickon out on the mound. Seems to be trying to tuck his shirt in, fix his uniform.
A little bit of an equipment adjustments right there.
He's back with the ball in hand, ready to go.
It's good coming out with Mr. Drew Miller. Has been hit by the pitch twice, and kind of roughly in that last at bat. As he came up to the plate, head umpire basically checked on him, make sure he's okay, and it's good to see that in the game.
Absolutely. Here's the first pitch to Watts. Foul ball, strike 1. Home plate umpire Richard Kelly does a great job. Umpired a lot of baseball during his time in the 14th Region Umpires Association.
I will say, there's always going to be some calls that you just don't want, but this has been a crack staff completely, this whole tournament from what we've seen.
This pitch stays downstairs, going to run the count even to Watts. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-0, Powell County leads, top of the 4th. Nobody out for the Commodores. Looking for a base runner. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Watts. Going to miss low.
Oh, okay.
2 balls, 1 strike on Tate Watts.
Very rarely do you see the pitcher getting a the count not in his favor here.
Yeah, Dickon, he's not been behind.
He's not been
very
behind
much
at all.
tonight. He's been in the driver's seat now. Watts calls time, steps out of the box, trying to maybe disrupt a little bit of the rhythm that.
I think we've seen a full count. We've seen one walked batter by Dickon.
This one in the dirt. It'll be 3-1.
But so far, this right here, this at bat's been rare for the Commodores against Dickon.
Yeah, Watts with a 3-1 count. If he can somehow find his way on, for Coach Meehan to try to manufacture a run.
Especially with no outs, this is exactly a good spot.
Here's the pitch.
There you go.
Stay upstairs, ball 4.
Young man.
To Watts.
Young man fired up just with a walk, but it's exactly what the Commodores want to have right now.
Dickon's second walk of the game, but it puts a leadoff runner aboard for the Commodores. Mason Sumner coming to the plate, struck out in the first inning. Coach Meehan has his number 3 hitter lay down the bunt. Watts at first. Sumner hits him. So the hit by pitch now for the Commodores puts runners at first and second with nobody out.
Sumner was not about to show bunt at that right there. He was looking like he was ready for the pitch, but hit by pitch now puts him at first. Puts Watts at second. No outs. Devin Gayhart. Pretty good little hitter this tournament.
Yeah, Gayhart coming to the plate, and Gayhart, a deep bag of tricks, if you will. He can hit, he can bunt, he's got great speed. And
he has shown he is one of the team that hustles every single time.
Third baseman creeping in the grass. Yeah. First base playing way back.
I'd say that's a safe call. I'd like to see a little bit of a short game right here.
Not going to hold the runner on at first. Pitch. Gayhart shows bunt.
There you
go.
go.
To the pitcher. Dickon fields it. Over to first to retire Gayhart, but the sac bunt does the job as Watts moves to third and Sumner over to second with only one out here in the top of the 4th inning.
Now Jeff Hancock coming up to the bat, struck out his last at bat, but like many other Commodores, their first at bat in this game, 7 strikeouts is what they faced. Now they're kind of chipping away a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the second time through the lineup. It's just you sort of shake the nerves off. You get to see a few pitches,
and they've seen him make Dickon make some outstanding pitches, getting them out. But now the confidence is just there. You can't let that first strikeout get to you.
Gayhart, sack bunt, Hancock, the new batter. No sign of bunt on that pitch as it goes outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes to count. Hancock with a suicide squeeze in a very, very similar situation here on Monday.
Well, both sides of fans for their teams are leaning in for this right here. This bat is going to be kind of interesting.
Second pitch downstairs, ball 2. Hancock in the driver's seat at the moment. Watts on third, a lot of speed for the Commodores. Hancock shows bunt, suicide squeeze, gets it down. RBI, suicide squeeze. Jeff Hancock does it again, and we're all tied up 1-1.
So when you want to have a fun day, do the play that is the most fun. The suicide squeeze was on, and it worked to perfection.
Great at-bat by Hancock. Got ahead in the count, and to the point where Dickon had to throw a strike, and when he did, Hancock laid down the bunt.
Makes a tie game happen.
Scores the run, and Tate Watts from third. 1-1 the score. Parker Maggard, the new batter. Mason Sumner on third. First pitch to Maggard.
Hey.
And this low ball 1.
Similar to what
called strike. Sorry.
There you go. Similar to what Parker Maggard faced in his first inning with the bases loaded. Right now he's just big trouble from the Commodores. And getting 1 run might be the best thing that can happen right now. 2 outs is in the favor of Lacey Dickon.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled. Out of play down the first base line.
Nothing would make this day happier for Parker Maggard than to get that runner from third to home.
Well, now he's the pitcher, a chance to help his own cause right here.
Right.
Maggard behind in this at bat. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Dickon, big curveball, just missed.
Okay.
Great job by the catcher, Drew Miller, trying to frame that one up.
He did, and boy, I was convinced of it myself. Umpire calls it out and up.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, top of the 4th inning. Dickon gives Sumner a glance at third. Now the pitch gets Maggard swinging. But the Commodores do some damage. Dickon walked Watts, hit Sumner. Devin Gayhart, sack bunt, moved him over. Jeff Hancock, suicide squeeze, got a run in, folks, and we are all tied as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, 1-1. And it will be Lacey Dickon, Bo Begley, Jordan Del Rosario due up for the Pirates in the bottom of the 4th inning. After this break, you're listening to Perry Central Baseball right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
They are the electric motor headquarters, Maggard Electric, Southeast Kentucky's #1 to repair or replace your small electric motors. Maggard Electric is ESA approved. They can replace air compressor motors, swimming pool pumps, heating and cooling motors, motors for heat pumps, air conditioners, and so much more. Over 300 electric motors in stock, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Maggard Electric, still strong, still serving Southeast Kentucky. Located 6 miles north of Hazard on Highway 15. Open 7:30 till 4, Monday through Friday. 436-6886.
If your sink won't drain just like it should, who you gonna call? If your toilet's clogged and it don't smell good, who can you call? Call 233-5936. Call 233-5936. You better call Tom.
WSGS.
Welcome back, folks, as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Tie ball game 1-1 between Perry County Central and Powell County in the 14th Regional Baseball Tournament. Semifinal game number 2. Jeff Campbell along with Phil Neese. And Phil, very entertaining baseball game.
Fun inning. Now, Jay Hancock got the RBIs for as a record, but let's say that score was due to the coaching of Mr. Meehan on his love for the suicide squeeze. Can't get more exciting than that when it works.
5 runs scored in this regional tournament, 2 of them on the suicide squeeze. Now Parker Maggard back out on the mound for the Commodores. 3 strikeouts already in this game. He's pitched 2 and really 3 complete innings.
Yeah.
There were no outs when he entered in the first.
And as the pitcher of record, he's done his job so far, getting out of the troubles when they happen. Like I said, you got to take it on the chin as happened in the first inning. But Parker Maggard kept him in this game completely.
Absolutely. He'll face Lacey Dickon to lead things off in the bottom of the 4th inning. Dickon struck out by Maggard back in the first. First pitch called strike on the outside corner.
That was a dandy pitch to hit, I have to say. Lacey Dickon should have took a cut at that.
The 1 pitch downstairs evens it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Maggard gets the sign. Leg kick. Curveball swung on and missed. Nasty curveball from Parker Maggard.
Yes, it was. That was an awesome curve.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Maggard back to the well with a curve.
Painted it. No.
It's outside.
Okay.
Everybody holding their collective breath on that one.
Chief umpire is definitely giving us the indication it was away.
Yeah.
If he saw it, I'm glad they do that. Just, don't keep us in suspense.
I thought it was a little outside. I thought it was close, but
I thought it was right in that corner that Maggard's been hitting today.
2-2 pitch. Curveball. Got him on that one. Backwards K gets Dickon looking for Maggard, his 4th strikeout of the game.
2 against Lacey Dickon. So far, the pitcher-pitcher duel. Parker Maggard's the one on top of that.
That will send Bo Begley to the plate. He struck out as well to lead things off in the top of the second or bottom of the 2nd inning. First pitch called strike on the outside corner. Nice fastball, great location for Maggard.
Mager getting some calls from his coaches.
Ball's 1 strike. 0-2. That one fouled up and out of play by Begley.
2 strikes.
Now Maggard gets word from his catcher. Jeff Hancock gives him the thumbs up. So the Perry Central assistant coach Chris Haynes calling the pitches tonight. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him on the outside corner. Another backwards K from Maggard. Give him 5 strikeouts here this evening.
It's been kind of interesting for him.
Just a freshman, folks. Wheeling and dealing right here in the regional semifinal round.
And really good at listening to what his coaches want him to do. There hasn't been any doubt he's doing exactly what he's been asked.
Big curveball swung on and missed by the new batter, Jordan Del Rosario.
He grounded out to second his last at bat. Infielders telling him to kind of move over a bit.
Curveball tried to check his swing. They're going to say he went.
He went. First base coach not happy with that call. You could see it.
Appealed down to our first base umpire. No balls, 2 strikes on the left fielder, Jordan Del Rosario. Maggard, 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled.
Little dribbler.
Dribbled down the third base line. Good job by Del Rosario running that one out.
Yeah.
Now he's going to have to make the 90-foot trot back to the plate to retrieve his bat.
That's okay. Anytime you can kind of control the pace of the game, kind of puts everybody else a little bit off. You're the one with the advantage, so, yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes to count. Curveball handcuffed him, but he fouled it out. Up over the backstop.
That's the first time I think against a right-hander we've seen him go with that inside corner.
Yeah, he
hasn't done that a lot lately.
That ball started off inside the right-handed batter's box and broke hard over that inside corner. Del Rosario barely gets a piece of it. 0-2 the count. Pitch misses outside.
Right at me.
We'll make the count 1-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning and a tie ball game, 1-1. Had a lot of blue in the crowd the first game between Wolfe County and Knott County Central, and a lot of red here tonight.
That's the truth.
This one swung on, grounded to short. Gayhart fields it over to first.
Ow, over the head.
Threw it away. So the E6 will put a 2-out runner aboard for Powell County here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Costly error again. 2 costly errors in this game. Just puts a runner on, but you don't want to see that happen at any point of the game.
Tucker Ramsey to the plate now for Powell County. Grounded out to short to end the 2nd inning. His first plate appearance. The runner aboard in Del Rosario.
Gayhart does need to make up for that.
And right here's swung on, grounded to short. Gayhart gets it, tosses it to second.
There you go.
So the 6-4 for the putout ends the inning. No runs for Powell County, no hits, 1 Commodore error, 1 left on base for the Pirates, and we move to the top of the 5th inning, still tied 1-1. And when the Commodores come to bat in the top of the 5th, it will be Corbin Wooten, Parker Collett, Connor Perkins due up after this short break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
What's in a name anyway? Well, our answer is everything. Because we're the store that puts our promise to you right in our name. Save-A-Lot Food Stores. Now, Save-A-Lot isn't just a name we pick for ourselves. It's a name we've earned by bringing you only the best grocery items, freshest produce, and quality meat available at the best possible value every day. That's Save-A-Lot.
Save money at your local Save-A-Lot store in Hazard and in Hayden.
Mine Service Company, a trusted name for quality mine supplies, is happy to announce the opening of their new hydraulic hose division. Now you won't have to travel abroad to get hoses and fittings. Located on Highway 15 South, on Willie's Way across from Applebee's in Hazard. Everything you'll need to get up and running. They even have hoses and fittings for Cat, Volvo, and Komatsu heavy equipment. Trusted for over 100 years in the mining industry. And now bringing you quality products in their new hydraulic hose division in Hazard. Mine Service Company.
WSGS Hazard.
Welcome back, folks, to Campton, Kentucky, here at the Wolf County Sports Complex for the 14th Region Baseball semifinal. Game number 2, Jeff Campbell and Phil Neese bringing you a dandy between Perry County Central and Powell County, 1-1, top of the 5th inning. And Phil, it's the winning innings. Somebody's got to make a play here down the stretch.
This is so similar to the first game that we were here watching between Knott County and Wolf County. Kind of like a good slugfest. Some people's taking it on the chin, but they're still standing. No one's getting knocked out.
Corbin Wooten, the batter for the Commodores, struck out back in the 2nd inning. First pitch misses outside. Second misses inside. Dickin struggling with a little control in the 4th, and it seems to have carried over to the 5th.
Very good on Mr. Wooten right there, just showing the patience, not letting that ball not get to him.
This one is inside as well. 3 balls, no strikes to count to Corbin Wooten. This is how the 4th inning started for the Commodores. The leadoff walk came around to score. Wooten looking to make lightning strike twice in back-to-back innings. The pitch. There's one. Will be called strike on the outside corner.
First strike, and that just wasn't his pitch right there. He showed a lot of maturity and just waiting on the balls that he has.
3 balls, 1 strike. This one's going to stay upstairs. Walk out. A 5-pitch walk to Corbin Wooten, and for the 2nd inning, back-to-back innings, the Commodores get the leadoff runner aboard via a walk.
And once again, with Wooten reaching first base, it makes up for a strikeout. 3 strikeouts in a row to end the lineup for the 7, 8, and 9 spot for the Commodores. So Corbin Wooten's kind of making up for it. Let's see exactly what's going on.
Now Coach Frank Spencer of Powell County going out to the mound to have a meeting with his battery and the rest of the infield. And now Parker Collett will be the new batter for the Commodores. He struck out as well in the 3rd. And I think if you're, Coach Spencer here, it's just, hey, you got to know the situation. You got to know, Collett struck out the last time. He's going to try to get a bunt down.
Yep.
If you can't go to second to get the leadoff runner and Wooten, go to first and get an out.
Exactly.
Collett in the box, just a 7th grader. Fantastic season for the Commodores. Shows bunt. Tries to push it down the first baseline.
He was definitely putting the bat to that.
Coach Haynes asking, so where you going? You got to stay in the box, see it through, make sure it gets in fair territory. No balls, 1 strike to count to Collett. Dickin on the mound. Collett's going to show bunt again. Pulls back, called strike.
And there was enough of a lead. They had the runner at first had to get back in a hurry. So Corbin Wooten, way to pay attention right there.
Yeah, it's anxious to. I find it interesting to see how the defense plays it. If the first baseman charges, the runner at first can extend that lead really without threat of being thrown out. 0-2 count to Collett.
This is interesting.
Shows bunt. Just fouls it off. He's going to go down on strike. So for the 2nd time tonight, the Commodores try to bunt with strike 2 and end up fouling it away to strike out.
This is such an interesting dynamic of baseball, though, when you basically just have a brand new game, a tie score right here, no scores going, a low-scoring game. But you have this runner on base with a coach that really has been efficient about getting them into scoring position using the bunt. It's an interesting way of just saying how things work between coach, batter, and runner.
Now the new batter, Perkins, shows bunt. He gets a dandy bunt down to go to second to get the force out at Wooten. Great play by Powell County's catcher, Drew Miller.
That was an awesome major league quality play.
And that bunt by Perkins just almost died on that turf. It had a lot of backspin on it, and once again, the catcher for Powell County, Drew Miller, didn't have to go very far to get it and threw a strike to second to retire Wooten.
To have the presence of mind as catchers are supposed to have in that situation, just to know exactly where to throw and to hit it perfectly on target.
So now Perkins at first, top of the lineup for the Commodores, coming to the plate with Derek Fields. Flew out to the first baseman and grounded out to short.
Coach Frank Spencer of Powell County had something to say to chief umpire at the home plate. Now there's a meeting of the umpires, though I don't exactly know what the reasoning is.
When Perkins bunted that one, he tried to get out of the box, and I think he may have bumped the catcher, and he still got the out at second. I think they're asking for some interference at first. I don't know.
Well, we're about to get the
they're not going to turn the double play. He's going to be safe either way.
Right. Well, with a right-handed batter with a bunt, let's face it, that bunt didn't even leave the batter's circle down there around home plate.
Derek Fields, the new batter, runner on first, 2 down, top of the 5th inning. Fields swung on, grounded back to Dickin at the mound, tosses it over to first to retire Fields with a 1-3 putout. Good job by Powell County to get out of that one with no damage. As Commodores, no runs, no hits, no Powell County errors. They do leave one on base, folks. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th inning, still tied 1-1. And Powell County will send hitters 9-1-2 to the plate. Kane Knox, Carter Poe, Levi Wells after this break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance East Kentucky Chiropractic wants to remind you about their Sports Injury Recovery Clinic. Dr. Dale Williams has been providing treatment for sports injuries of all kinds for over 20 years, offering individualized treatments utilizing x-ray and therapies like cold laser, e-stim, and manipulation. East Kentucky Chiropractic can get you off the sidelines and back into the game. Schedule an appointment today with Dr. Williams or Dr. Fields. Call 606-487-9505. We accept most insurances, Medicare and Medicaid.
When it comes to banking, you need a bank that is ready and willing to help you realize your dreams. At People's Bank and Trust, customers come first, offering you a relationship with local people that's built on trust and respect. People's Bank and Trust shares your vision for success, and their team can help you see the results. That's People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. Member FDIC.
WSGS.
Welcome back, folks. 1-1 your score here from Campton, the semifinals of the 14th Region Baseball Tournament. Jeff Campbell and Phil Neese. And Phil, just keep expecting something to happen for one of these teams to break this one open. But just been a pitcher's duel thus far.
And it's been somewhat of a seesaw game back and forth, the way both teams have kind of gotten a little bit in trouble getting runners on base, but getting out of it with excellent pitching and backup support from their defense. That's happened for both Powell and Perry. So right now it's just who's going to break first. It's going to be that simple.
Bend, not break is the first pitch here in the bottom of the 5th inning by Parker Maggard. Misses outside, ball 1 to Kane Knox. Knox struck out in the 3rd. Lifts this one into left field, but Derek Fields over there to make the play for out number 1.
That looked like a hit as Knox was running from it. He just thought confidently it was going to land in the gap, but no, Derek Fields got on his wheels and got right under it quickly.
Yeah, Fields sort of had to make an adjustment on that one at the last minute. Had to sort of jump up in the air to catch it, but a nice play nonetheless to retire Knox. Carter Poe, the new batter, leadoff hitter, hits this one into that left center field gap, and that's going to get down. One hop, 2 hops to wall. Poe on his way to second, looking for third, but he will hold it 2. And a 1-out double for Carter Poe. His second hit of the game puts a runner in scoring position for Powell County here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
So far, there hasn't been a regular hitting clinic like we've seen out of Powell County, but not when it comes to Carter Poe. He has been the single and the double. He's been pretty much a good amount of any offense that Powell County's brought to the game.
2 hits in the game for Powell County. Both of them belong to Carter Poe. Brings Levi Wells to the plate. He walked in the 1st, reached on an error in the 3rd. Now the Commodores trying to shore up this defense to keep Poe from scoring.
Parker Maggard in relief, getting good signals from his coach.
Big curveball, pretty location, called strike 1 to Wells.
Yeah, he's putting his faith in exactly what the coaches want him to do, and his only job is to do exactly as asked. Guarantee a ground ball right now would be very helpful, and that's what they might be shooting for.
No balls, 1 strike to count. Pitch, another curveball, fouled out of play down the right field line. Maggard in a familiar spot, way ahead in this count. No balls, 2 strikes. 1-1. In the bottom of the fifth inning, good stop by Hancock. That curveball in the turf. Misses for a ball.
That would have got by Hancock. That would have been a runner to third easily. There's a lot of ground behind home plate to cover.
Yeah, it's a huge backstop. Just a beautiful facility here at Wolf County. Can't compliment them enough.
Swing.
Foul tipped by Wells. Just got a piece of it. Drove in the turf. Hancock couldn't catch it. So new life for Levi Wells. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. The pitch, curveball. Runner thought about going.
Oh.
The ball got underneath Hancock between his feet, and those are the toughest to find because you look down and you don't see it.
Exactly. Moment of confusion right there, but luckily they did not try to send the runner.
I think he stepped on the ball and quickly realized where it was. 2-2 to count. Maggard versus Wells. This one grounded into second, a tough spot, and he's going to beat it out, an infield single.
All right, this is a Powell County moment.
And that was just in no man's land. It was just beyond the reach of Maggard. He had to retreat the mound and go towards first. And Collett, the second baseman, was charging it but couldn't get there in time to get Wells. Poe moves over to third. So now runners at the corners for the Commodores for the Pirates.
Right.
The Commodores with just 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth.
This is the trouble that Parker Maggard has seen previously. But I don't know if he's actually had a runner on third to contend with just 1 out.
Right, and it's a situation with Drew Miller coming to the plate. The young man has been hit by 2 pitches in the first and third inning.
And he's looking for a little bit of payback right here.
Need an ice bath when he gets home.
Yeah.
In this situation, Perry Central needs an out. Runner goes to second. No throw by Hancock, so now 2 runners in scoring position for Powell County. In that situation here, if you're Perry Central, you really would like a strikeout or a pop-up on the infield.
Getting out of trouble is getting the second out at this point right here.
The corners are in. Anything comes to them, they have time to go home to get Poe. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Miller couldn't catch up to the Maggard fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Excellent pitch by Maggard right there.
Ball. One strike to Miller. Here's the pitch. This one lifted into center field. Watts is under it. It's going to be deep enough to score a run, so the sac fly from Drew Miller puts the run on the board for Powell County, and they take the lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the fifth.
Drew Miller is excited. That might be an out for some people, but to Drew Miller, that is a 1-run lead that he just called in.
So both Powell County runs tonight being scored by Carter Poe. Poe 2 for 3 on the day, a single and a double, 2 runs scored. And that will bring Dylan Carter to the plate.
Runner at third as well.
Carter had an RBI in the first inning on the fielder's choice.
They're going to give him the base.
They're going to walk him intentionally. So now that'll put runners on first and third for Powell County with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Play, I guess, with Lacey Dickin coming up with 2 strikeouts on him already is that he's going to be consistent with that. Maybe do a ground ball to get out of this inning. But a little bit of damage has been done by Powell County.
Dylan Carter over at first. 12 stolen base attempts on the season. 7 stolen bases on the season. He's been successful in all 7 of those. So a high likelihood that Coach Spencer from Powell County is going to send Dylan Carter. First and third, 2 down. Powell County leads 2-1 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. The pitch swung on, lifted in the air.
It's in play.
Sumner over, gets under to squeeze it, and in the threat, the Powell County does put one run across the plate on 2 hits. No Commodore errors, and they leave 2 on base. And as we move to the top of the 6th inning, Powell County 2, Perry County Central 1. 1-run lead for the Pirates. Commodores will send Tate Watts, Mason Sumner, get Devin Gayhart to the plate after we return from this break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Here at Kimber Furniture, our slogan is "We know furniture," as well we should. For over 45 years now, it's what we do, it's all we do, it's who we are. At Kimber's, that gives us the opportunity to specialize in getting you exactly what you need. We do our homework to make sure you get the best, longest-lasting, best-looking brand names at Kimber's guaranteed lowest prices with easy credit terms and fast express delivery. Now that's what I'm talking about. Kimber Furniture in Hazard, where we know furniture.
Quality Care medical equipment and scrubs in Hazard can meet all your needs, from medical equipment like diabetic shoes, post-mastectomy supplies, wheelchairs, crutches, canes, walkers, and more, to a wide variety and extended size scrub uniforms like Med Couture, Healing Hands, Grey's Anatomy, and Cherokee. They also carry nursing shoes, medical accessories, Littman products, Vera Bradley, and more. Stop in and let them know how they can help you today at Quality Care Medical Equipment and Scrubs.
WSGS.
Welcome back, folks, to Wolfe County Athletic Complex here in Campton, Kentucky. Jeff Campbell and Phil Neese as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Powell County leads by 1 run, 2-1. Low-scoring affair, a pitcher's duel, and both teams, Perry Central scored their 1 run on a suicide squeeze. Powell County gets one on a sac fly, and it's just not a whole lot of scoring, but they're scoring in a lot of different ways.
I don't think, by the way their momentum was going, this is what the Commodores thought would be happening at this point. They were expecting to go into the top of the 6th with a tie ball game. 1-run scores, though, and very fortunate that the inning ended the way it did on a simple little pop fly in foul territory to end the inning.
Hitters 2, 3, 4 due up for the Commodores. Tate Watts takes the first pitch, hits it high in the air. Going to bounce off the top of the dugout, out of play. Strike 1 to Watts, but it will be 2, 3, 4 due up for the Commodores here in the top of the 6th inning.
Once again, with that pop foul right there going out of play, but you lost it in the darkness as soon as it left the area of the lights.
Lacey Dickens still on the mound for the Pirates. The 0-1 pitch to Watts outside, evens it up. Ball 1.
Way to watch, young man.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Tate Watts has already reached on a walk.
Here is the pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Watts scored on the Jeff Hancock suicide squeeze. Perry Central's only run of the game.
I do think that the overpowering that Lacey Dickens gave in the first couple of innings, he's now kind of, he's been feeling it. He's used a little bit of his energy up. Now he's just trying to make smart pitches, accurate pitches.
He struggled with a little control here in the last couple of innings. And Watts calls time, steps out of the box. He's back in there now, the 2-1 pitch. Called strike right down the heart of the plate, 2-2 the count.
As soon as I say that, then he throws a big heater right in the middle.
Yeah, the one before that hit the backstop over here. I do think he overcooked it a little bit. 2-2 the count. The pitch got him swinging. Lacey Dickens comes back with a heater, his 8th strikeout of the game to get Watts for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. Mason Sumner steps into the box for the Commodores, hit by a pitch in the 4th, struck out in the 1st inning.
I actually think that's Lacey Dickens' 10th strikeout. As I've been counting, I may be wrong in that.
We'll count them up and make sure. As Sumner takes a hack at it, can't catch up to it. Strike 1.
He's had the strikeouts on his side, that's for sure, notching them up. Mason Sumner, a victim of one of those strikeouts in his first at bat.
One outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on, hit a mile high. It's going to stay in play if Powell County can get to it.
He dropped.
Miller could not. Battling with those lights once again, Phil, and hits his glove, pops out. New line for Sumner, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Don't think anybody that was a mistake on Miller's part, a catcher. No, that was simply because you're going to lose it in the lights. Sometimes you're going to lose it in the darkness.
You're right, that was his 10th strikeout. Pretty good performance for Lacey Dickin on the mound for Powell County. This one misses outside.
Evened up the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Sumner. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. The 2-2 pitch on its way from Dickin. Swung, hit foul. Down the third base line by Sumner. He squared that one up pretty good, just foul.
Now, excuse our late hour. It is 10:30, and this game is not completely underway or over at all. But I'm so glad we have still such a good crowd here.
Got him swinging. Big curveball from Dickin. His 11th strikeout of the game. Second time he's got Sumner tonight.
I believe Mr. Dickin has a second win when it comes to his performance on the mound. He's found some newfound energy.
Devin Gayhart, the new batter for the Commodores. Two down here in the top of the 6th. First pitch called strike.
Devin just let that get a look at it. Looked like a pitch he could swing.
Balls, 1 strikes to Gayhart. Pitch. Ask him if he win. He did not. So he evens the count, 1-1. Lacey Dickin in 11 strikeouts, Phil, but he's yet to give up a hit. Strike 2 to Gayhart. Fastball had a lot of late break on it. Gayhart thought it was outside, called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a Perry Central shortstop. Dickin gets the sign, the pitch. Got him swinging. Lacey Dickin strikes out the side. 12 strikeouts on the night for the big right-hander from Powell County. And the Pirates will come to the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 1-run lead. They lead 2-1, looking to add some insurance. And to do so, they will send Bo Begley, Jordan Del Rosario, Tucker Ramsey to the plate in the bottom of the 6th. After this break, you're listening to high school baseball right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Don't let pain slow you down. At Hazard ARH Orthopedics, we specialize in diagnosing, treating, and repairing bones, joints, and connective tissue. From knees and hips to shoulders and elbows, our expert team offers the latest non-surgical treatments and advanced surgical options, including minimally invasive procedures and joint replacements. Plus, no referral is needed. That's right, you can schedule you at Hazard ARH Orthopedics by calling 606-487-7510. ARH, more for Appalachia.
First Trust Bank now has instant issue debit cards. If your debit card is lost or stolen, has a damaged strip or chip, we can replace it quickly and get you back to your busy life in an instant. Nobody can afford to wait 7 to 10 days for a new debit card, and now you don't have to with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. A quick solution to our customers' needs is another reason to look at us first for a bank you can trust. First Trust Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. Instant issue subject to customer eligibility requirements.
WSGS.
Welcome back, folks, as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Powell County coming to the plate looking to add some insurance. They have a 2-1 lead. And the story of this game, folks, has really been Powell County's pitcher, Lacey Dickin. No hits tonight for the Commodores, 12 strikeouts for Dickin, and he's just kept them off balance all night long.
He has pretty much regained his dominance that he had at the beginning of the game. And let's face it, if there is even one single performer of this game tonight that has outshined everybody else. It is Lacey Dickin on the mound for Powell County.
I think Parker Maggard's probably a close second. He's pitched.
He's done an outstanding job of pitching, but
5 innings, he's only given up the 1 hit. And
but 1 run is the difference, and in a game like this, it's a huge difference.
Gave up a double to Carter Poe in the 5th inning. Poe comes around to score shoes, and he's given up 2 hits.
Yeah.
Back-to-back hits from Poe and Wells, but still an outstanding performance as the ball's grounded over to short, or second, excuse me. Collett fields it, throws to first to retire Bo Begley on the first pitch. So Begley goes down quickly, and that will send Jordan Del Rosario to the plate for Powell County.
Jordan was safe on an error to short. One of the costly mistakes that in the end wound up being something that has been heard in the Commodores, 2 errors. But let's face it, this has just been a low-scoring game. It's been good defense all around.
It really has, and well-played game. And you hear the term manufacture some runs. Both of these teams doing that here tonight. Hook. Pretty curveball from Maggard. Powell County scores on a sac fly. Perry Central scores on a suicide squeeze.
Yeah.
It's been
nothing you can expect, but it's happened.
Great baseball to watch. Second pitch from Maggard.
Away.
Low and away, even at the count to Del Rosario. 1 ball, 1 strike. Maggard with a pitch. Just misses off the plate once again. 2-1 the count.
Del Rosario had the temptation to swing at that. He kind of had that shoulder down.
Here's the 2-1 pitch from Maggard. Fastball right down the middle. Called strike. Evens it up 2-2. A lot of people, a lot of people thought it was going to rain. It's just been really a fantastic, comfortable evening. Great night for baseball. Del Rosario hits this one foul down the left field line. I'm going to say it's a foul ball.
Foul ball. That is a foul ball. Umpire calls. I think it's obvious where it even landed. It didn't even get in the vicinity of the pole.
And Del Rosario,
he wants it. I think the entire team wants this.
He was in his home run try.
Yes, he was.
It's just a long strike for Parker Maggard. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count.
To speak positively of the young man in that at bat, that was definitely over the fence, but I'm going to say it. There's no doubt it was well into the foul territory. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I thought it was turning well before it. Yeah. Easy call by our third base umpire, Jake Johnson.
Yeah, he has the best look at it of anybody, and no one should dispute that. So no matter what, he had the call.
2-2 the count. To Jordan Del Rosario. Hit that one a mile. This one fouled off over the first baseline. Spraying it all over the field.
Yeah, he has the power, young man. Flirting with it.
Yeah, he hit that one so high it had in-flight service. Get a pack of peanuts and
a 1 drink minimum.
Diet Pepsi with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. The 2-2 pitch from Maggard. Weak ground ball right in front of the plate. Going to go foul.
Getting a little. He's kind of getting to himself, saying I'm foul happy. Something's got to straighten up this ball.
So a lot of confusion right here.
Yeah.
I thought it was a foul ball.
It easily was a foul ball. Rolled right across the line.
The coaches from Perry Central wanting to throw down to first, but we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Long at bat from Del Rosario. Grounds this one sharply to short. Gayhart tries to make a dive at it, can't get it.
Hey,
dribbles into center field. A 1-out hit for Jordan Del Rosario.
Rosario had a battle right there, and at least he comes out on top with a single.
That puts a 1-out runner aboard for the Pirates. Tucker Ramsey come to the plate. One out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 your score. Powell County looking for some insurance. Maggard peeks at the runner. First pitch in the dirt, gets bounces over the head of the catcher, so Del Rosario will go to second on a wild pitch.
The Commodore defense has definitely had its ups and downs right there. I think it's the first real wild pitch to let a runner go to the next base. Devin Gahart's definitely had his ups and downs, too, making some outstanding plays and then just some unfortunate mistakes as well.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Del Rosario at second, in scoring position. The pitch, grounded back up the middle, backhanded by Collett, long throw to first, in time. Nice play deep in the hole by the young 7th grader, Parker Collett. Backhanded that one right behind the bag and then had to throw a seed to first to retire Ramsey.
Second baseman doing his job.
That will bring Kane Knox to the plate, 0 for 2 on the night. Struck out in the third, flew out to left field in the 5th.
But he does have that insurance run right there at third base, 90 feet away.
Anxious to see if Coach Spencer dials up a little suicide squeeze action here with 2 down. Knox appears to be hitting away. Lifts this one high in the air out to center field. Watts over underneath it and drops it. The air by the center fielder allows Del Rosario to score, and the Pirates get the insurance run they wanted, and they lead this one 3-1.
That is so unfortunate, and it may be something that just breaks the Commodore defense.
Well, now
2 outs, so they can get out of this inning. They still have totally the chance.
Things do not get any easier for them. Carter Poe to the plate, 2 for 3 on the day, singled, scored a run in the first, doubled, scored a run in the 5th. First pitch swung on and hit hard down the right field line. And great effort by the right fielder, Corbin Wooten, but he can't come up with it. Knox rounding third.
Look at this. He's overextended himself.
Now the play at the plate. Not in time. Triple for Poe, and a base running mistake by Knox. He got a late break around third, and the Commodores had a play at the plate. Not in time. Great hustle and effort by Corbin Wooten out in right field. Tried the diving attempt, but Carter Poe with the RBI triple.
I'll tell you what, with the dominant performance of Lacey Dixon on the mound, he has been matched by the athletic and offensive performance of Carter Poe. Putting up a single, double, triple. Look out if he gets one more at bat, but it's kind of late in the game for that.
But another run for the Pirates makes it 4-1. And Levi Wells coming to the plate. Walked in the first, reached on an error in the third, singled in the 5th. And you've got to feel here, if you're the Commodores, you just got to get this out.
I think that they have literally just came over a very good, solid performance.
This one hit deep to left. It's going to get down. An RBI single for Levi Wells. Scores Poe. For Poe, that's his 3rd run score to the game. And the Powell County Pirates opening this one up. They now lead 5-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
This is the kind of offense that Powell County has brought to the regional tournament from the get-go. Breathitt County, they were absolutely stunningly powerful scoring runs, and now late in the game, they're finding their way to bring it out of the Commodores to put it to them.
Yeah, Powell County put up 1 run in the 1st inning, held scoreless in innings 2, 3, and 4. They got 1 in the 5th, and now 3 here in the 6th. They were held scoreless in innings 2, 3, and 4. Yes.
Catcher Jeff Hancock just going out to the pitcher's mound to speak to Parker Maggard. Keep him still in the game. Try to speak him up. Some bad mistakes have just happened, and they've been capitalized on by the Powell County.
5-1 your score. The Commodores for certain are up against it right here. Dylan Carter, the new batter. Runner goes, throw down not in time, ball gets deflected. So put Levi Wells at second with the stolen base. Drew Miller, the batter. Excuse me, I said Dylan Carter. Getting ahead of myself here. Carter's in the on-deck circle. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Two down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch. Curveball lifted in the air. It's in foul territory. Fields will have a chance at this one.
John Fair
gets under and makes the catch for out number 3, but the damage has been done. Powell County with 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and they lead this one 5-1 as we move to the top of the 7th inning. The Commodores down to their final 3 outs, and it'll be Jeff Hancock, Parker Maggard, Corbin Wooten due up for the Commodores after this break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
At TVS, we've been working hard preparing for the future. Well, the future is now. TVS offers digital cable, digital phone service, high-speed internet, and a fiber optic infrastructure. We're a local company putting money back into our local economy while supporting our local schools and organizations. What about those other guys? You know, those big out-of-town companies. What have they done for you lately? Mountain people serving mountain people. TVS 606-439-3167.
Looking for expert dermatology care close to home? We're excited to welcome Lori Howard to Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, a Hazard native with 12 years experience in medical dermatology. She brings top-notch skincare to our community. And we're also excited to welcome our newest provider, Madison Mobilini Patrick, providing aesthetics. Call today for an appointment, 606-439-1300. Primary Care Center, expert care close to home.
Wsgs Hazard.
Welcome back, folks, here in Campton, Kentucky. Top of the 7th inning, Perry Central trails 5-1. Powell County on top. The Commodores down to their last 3 outs, and a tough hill to climb. Phil, they no hits tonight. Lacey Dickin on the mound, just doing an outstanding job for Powell County, putting his team in the driver's seat.
This wasn't so much any kind of inadequate play by the Commodores. This was just outstanding play by the Powell County Pirates. They have created this wall between them and the Commodores to overcome. They built the hill, in other words, for the Commodores to try to get over, and it's a pretty steep one. 4 runs may not seem a lot, but at this late in the game, it certainly is. So these are the last chances for the Perry County Commodores.
Lacey Dickin on the mound, 12 strikeouts, facing Jeff Hancock. Hancock drove in the only run of the night for the Commodores on a suicide squeeze. First pitch swinging, strike 1 to the catcher, Jeff Hancock. The pitch, called strike right down the middle.
Gee, still powerful.
And Dickin, almost like a second wind here, Phil. Those 2 pitches, a lot of velocity on them. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch fouled off.
Well, the responsibility of closing this game has come on to Lacey, and this is absolutely an honor for him to take. He's going to want to take it, come out on top completely by dominating the Commodores in their last at-bat.
0-2 to count. Hancock misses just off the plate, 1-2. Great eye by Jeff Hancock. Been a hard one to lay off of with an 0-2 count.
I would have definitely had the temptation to swing at that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Dickin gets the sign, the leg kick, the pitch. Swung on, hit into right field by Hancock.
Opposite way.
Hancock breaks up the no-no. First hit of the game for the Commodores.
Well, go down fighting, and they're not down yet.
Going to bring up Parker Maggard to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts.
Parker Maggard had a great game. He really has on paper and on the field, but that last inning definitely took some out of him.
Have to buy my nephew a round of golf for breaking up the no-no with that one. This one swung on by Maggard, fouled up and out of play.
He's like nothing more than just keep in this game, keep it going.
Well, you know, to start the comeback, you got to string some hits together.
Yep.
Hancock gets the leadoff runner aboard. Here in the top of the 7th. Maggard waits the pitch from Dickin. Here's the pitch. Throw to first, trying to pick Hancock off. He dives back safely. Pitch was a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to count.
Pitch was a strike, but the throw to first was a little bit off target. If the first baseman would have stayed right there at the base, he would have got by him. He had to come off of it to protect it.
0-2 count. Dickin with a pitch. This one lifted into right field. Foul, out of play.
They're finding their way to hit to the opposite side. Could make things a little interesting if that stays consistent.
Yeah, get one of those in fair territory, deep in that right field corner. Hancock have a chance to score from first. The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, 2-2.
Good eye right there. Ball high, 2-2 on the count.
Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. 5-1, Powell County with a 4-run lead. The pitch. Maggard fouled this one off. Like you've got a target on you or something.
There was my final destination moment. I saw 3 different things happening at once, none of them good with that ball coming at me.
1-2 to count to Parker Maggard. Here's the pitch. Check swing, foul. Out of play. Good at bat by Maggard. See if he can win this battle.
He's making Lacey Dickens work for this out. 1-2. Oh, 2-2.
Seems like it's been the same 1-2 count forever. He's fouled so many pitches off. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging.
He did.
Pretty curveball from Dickens to record his 13th strikeout of the night, and
that's crazy.
Corbin Wooten to the plate now for Perry Central.
He's also been a recipient of one of those strikeouts.
Wooten bats from the left side. Right fielder for the Commodores made a valiant attempt at a diving catch back in the bottom of the 6th. Couldn't come up with it. Powell County struggled to hit the ball today at Timesfield, but man, in that 6th inning, they really strung them together.
They're still wanting to keep the runner honest over there. That was an intentional throw out just to try to get him to run.
Big swing and a miss by Wooten.
Huge strike right there.
Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Diggin. Misses outside, 2-1 the count. Corbin started off at that one, but held up just in time.
Just in time.
One count to Corbin Wooten. Big swing and a miss. Evens it up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Corbin Wooten. Massive cuts right there, but no contact. Not even really close to that pitch.
One out here in the top of the 7th. Commodores looking for a comeback. 2-2 pitch to Wooten. Got him swinging. Second strikeout of the inning for Lacey Dickens, his 14th of the game.
Place up another K for Lacey Dickens. I think the count is 14.
Unofficially 14. Parker Collett, 0 for 2 on the day, struck out twice. Once swinging, once trying to bunt a 3rd strike. Here's the pitch. Fouls this one up out of play. No balls, 1 strike to count. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Collett. Outside.
Oh, potential wild pitch right there.
1-1 count now to the young 7th grader Parker Collett.
Late in the game, but right now any bit of life would help the Commodores.
Here's the pitch from Dickens. Swung on, hit into right center field. It's going to be down.
We still have a game here.
Nice hit, Parker Collett.
Excellent. Time for a single there, Mr. Collett.
moves Hancock over to second. Call it at first. Connor Perkins, a new batter.
Connor Perkins' last at bat bunted into a force out.
Yeah, he's 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out in the third. Perkins, the ninth batter in the lineup, looking to flip it over to the top to Derek Fields. First pitch misses outside, ball 1.
Just been a little shades of offense just every now and then, but they have been few and far between really in this game for the Commodores. Right now, though, another good opportunity, but with 2 outs.
And these bugs flying around here, it's going to pack one of us off. It's huge.
Oh.
Perkins tried to check his swing, said he went.
Said he went.
Sort of a defensive swing. He tried to get out of the way, and the bat went around. It was not intentional, but a strike nonetheless.
That's exactly how it should be called.
1-1 count to Perkins. Powell County 1 out away. Big swing and a miss from Perkins. 1 out away from moving on to face Wolf County. They secured their spot today in a 9-inning win over Knott County Central. 2-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Perkins.
Could come down to 1 pitch.
Here it is in the dirt. 2-2.
Drew Miller even showing a little bit of a threat to throw at the runner at second.
They're trying to catch Hancock napping back there.
Yeah, trying to end this game right now, any way they can.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Perkins hits this one high in the air over to first. Dylan Carter under it, squeezes it for out number 3, and the Powell County Pirates have defeated the Perry County Central Commodores by a score of 5-1, and they will face Wolf County in the 14th Region Championship tomorrow at 6 o'clock right here at Wolf County Sports Complex in Campton.
We're going to try to get an interview with, I think, our player of the game, Lacey Dixon, and talk to him exactly about this performance and what they can expect out of Wolf County.
We'll send it back to the station for a quick commercial break. Give Phil time to track down Lacey Dixon. We'll be back after this short break, folks. Once again, Powell County 5, Perry County Central 1. And we'll be back after this break. You're listening to the 14th Region Baseball Tournament right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
They are the electric motor headquarters, Maggard Electric, Southeast Kentucky's #1 to repair or replace your small electric motors. Maggard Electric is ESA approved. They can replace air compressor motors, swimming pool pumps, heating and cooling motors, motors for heat pumps, air conditioners, and so much more. Over 300 electric motors in stock, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Maggard Electric, still strong, still serving Southeast Kentucky. Located 6 miles north of Hazard on Highway 15. Open 7:30 till 4, Monday through Friday. 436-6886.
If your pipes are broke, your hot water's a joke. Who you gonna call? And your drains won't drain, driving you insane. Who can you call? Call 233-5936. Call 233-5936. You better call Todd.
WSGS.
Welcome back, folks. Once again, your final from Campton, Powell County 5, Perry County Central 1. The Pirates move on to the 14th Region Championship game tomorrow against Wolf County. And Phil has our player of the game, the pitcher for Powell County, Lacey Dixon, down on the field. Take it away, Phil.
Phil Neese here, WSGS 101.1 FM, speaking to Powell County's player of the game as we saw it. Lacey Dixon bringing an outstanding pitching performance. And 14 strikeouts, just one of the stats I think this young man's going to take home with him. So, Lacey, I'm just going to ask you, what do you think about your own performance in this game?
I just think, I think the biggest thing is I had trust in my team. I knew I was going to have a defense behind me. I wasn't really looking to strike anybody out. That just comes with the game. But I knew that I had a good defense behind me. But striking people out, kind of what I do. You know what I mean?
Well, you definitely did it tonight, but I'm also going to say you had one of the best offensive performances out of your teammate. Carter Poe kind of matched you offensively for what you did on the mound. What do you think of him as your teammate right now, the performance he put up?
Dude, I mean, he is a stud. He's a sophomore. He just got his 100th hit. I mean, if he came down, I needed a walk-off hit. Carter Poe's man, I'm having to come up to play.
All right. Well, now you're up and facing home team here, Wolf County, kind of county line rivals here. So we're just going to say one of you is going to go on the state tournament. Just tell me what you think right now about this matchup, and that's it.
I think it's a good matchup. We played them earlier in the season. We kept it closely, but we also had some defensive struggles in the beginning of the season. But right now we have everything put together. We have our defense. We're hitting the ball. So I think as long as we play as a team and do what we do, I think we're going to win.
All right, Lacey Dixon, thank you for joining us. We're going to throw it back to Jeff. Thank you. Thank you, Phil. Once again, Lacey Dixon, the player of the game for Powell County. The Pirates defeat Perry County Central 5-1 and advance to the 14th Region Championship tomorrow. I think the game time is at 6 o'clock.
Tournament team players
And
Central are number 4, Jeff Hancock, and number 11,
so announcing the players of the game for Perry County Central, it's going to be number 4, Jeff Hancock, and number 11, Parker Maggard. So congratulations to those two young men. We'll send it back to the station for a 60-second break. When we come back here, we'll wrap it up, and we certainly appreciate you folks tuning us in right here on the Eastern Kentucky Sports Network. Back in 60 seconds.
What's in a name anyway? Well, our answer is everything. Because we're the store that puts our promise to you right in our name. Save-A-Lot Food Stores. Now, Save-A-Lot isn't just a name we picked for ourselves. It's a name we've earned by bringing you only the best grocery items, freshest produce, and quality meat available at the best possible value every day. That's Save-A-Lot.
Save money at your local Save-A-Lot store in Hazard and in Hyden.
Mine Service Company, a trusted name for quality mine supplies, is happy to announce the opening of their new hydraulic hose division. Now you won't have to travel abroad to get hoses and fittings. Located on Highway 15 South, on Willie's Way across from Applebee's in Hazard. Everything you'll need to get up and running. They even have hoses and fittings for Cat, Volvo, and Komatsu heavy equipment. Trusted for over 100 years in the mining industry. And now bringing you quality products in their new hydraulic hose division in Hazard. Mine Service Company.
WSGS Hazard.
Welcome back, folks, to Campton, Kentucky, here at the Wolf County Sports Complex. Jeff Campbell and Phil Neese. And Phil, it's been a great week of baseball. And, Wolf County, their 2 wins in this tournament, 1 run each. And hosting this thing, you got to feel that a lot of momentum's on their side. But Powell County, man, they're a tough team to beat. It should be a dandy championship game.
They have shown themselves absolutely coming to play at their fullest. Like I said, they're all gas, no brakes at all when it comes to their performance with the bat on the field. And excellent performance on the mound by Lacey Dixon. That was an extraordinary young man. 14 strikeouts, composure to have all the faith he needed in his team when he was really putting so much of good numbers with those strikeouts. And it is a shame that our 54th district teams basically have their time ending it right now. But I am going to say, for the fans of the 14th region, I think you're going to be well represented no matter what with this championship game. Wolf County versus Powell County, county line rivals.
Battle of the Parkway.
It's a battle of the Parkway indeed, and it's going to be something. I will just say it'll be interesting to see just what kind of crowd's going to be here when they do give the times for the game. And get here early. It's going to fill up quick, and it's going to be a big crowd.
Yeah, and just want to tip of the cap to Hazard and congratulate them on a great season, and also Perry County Central. Yeah. I think when this season started, a lot of people didn't really expect the Commodores to be here, and they represented themselves in the 54th district very well here at the regional tournament. Got an opening round win, and played their tails off tonight, but just Powell County a little too much, and they'll advance. But, when you look at this lineup for Perry Central, really only losing one senior that plays. Caleb Combs, the senior, has been out most of the year due to an injury. Derek Fields, senior, certainly hats off to him on a great career. Tate Watts, a junior, Mason Sumner, a junior, Devin Gayhart, a junior, Jeff Hancock, a junior, Parker Maggard, Corbin Wooten, both freshmen, Connor Perkins, a freshman, and Parker Collett, a 7th grader. So you would expect that the Commodores, next season would hope to be right back here in this same spot.
I think with the fact that we're going to see so many Commodores coming back just as it is and remain this team under the very astute calling of their coaching staff, Coach Meehan, I think the only thing we should really expect is to see them hungrier, to see them more competitive, and to just be more into the game to win.
Well, folks, we certainly appreciate you tuning us in. The East Kentucky Sports Network will be on the air tomorrow for the girls' 14th Region Championship game in the sport of softball at 6 o'clock between Perry County Central and Letcher County Central. Should be a dandy game. Make sure you tune us in. For me and Phil, that'll do us for a while. It'll be football season before we're back on the air, so we'll have a couple of months to regroup and sort of catch our breath.
That sounds good to me. I'm ready for football season right now.
All right, I am too, and certainly appreciate everybody tuning us in and all the support here on the East Kentucky Sports Network. So many people online, so many people in person. Tell us how much that they appreciate us covering their kids, and something that we really enjoy and we don't take lightly. We certainly appreciate everyone, all of our sponsors, all of our listeners, all of our viewers. Such great support on a really great station.
I thank them at WSGS and the family of stations in the East Kentucky Sports Network. I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to be calling the tournament games this year, and I couldn't have better company doing it than Jeff Campbell, friend, colleague, and now fan of baseball as well. It's been just a blast.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. I feel the same way, brother. It's been fun. Certainly appreciate Robbie and Mike and everybody else back at the station for punching the board for us, taking care of us all season long, and we certainly appreciate it. And for me and Phil, until the fall, the boys of fall, we'll bid you a very good evening, safe travels if you're out there going home, and we certainly appreciate all you do. Keep tuning us in right here on the East Kentucky Sports Network. Good night, everyone.